All right, we're live.
Yo!
Let's go.
Let's
How you
go.
living,
Friday night.
Johnsy? Let's see.
What are you up to? How's your Friday,
Oh
man?
it's Friday, bro. I'm excited for the weekend. I'm sure everybody else is. We got a banger coming up for a show.
Right.
Before we get too into it, let's go ahead and start off with our sponsors. As always, Cleveland Whiskey, bringing all the shots to the Dude Network. Tony's somewhere drinking a Cleveland Whiskey hot toddy, I'm sure. All right, we got ranch barbecue sauce, barbecue and ranch put together for an amazing combo that goes good on everything. They also got Field House mustard and Thai chili hot mustard. Definitely worth a shot. Who else we got here? We got Willow seasonings and blends. He's got sauces too. Don't sleep on the sauces. The Colorado Gold is money if you like mustard. Sweet thing is delicious on anything. And then his rubs go good on everything too. We also have Frickson Family Farms. They have the meats, or as Tony would say, big town deals, small town feels. The best place to get your beef brisket bacon. And Redbeard Seasonings. Let's see what happened there. Redbeard Seasoning, longtime partner of the Dude Network. Can't go wrong with his blends. He's got the goods. All right, that wraps it up for the sponsors, and we got the man, the myth, the legend, Tony in the house.
I have standard computer, standard microphone. I'm a mess. Long story. Sorry, boys. I basically just wanted Johnsy to have a heart attack, so joke's on him. Well, see, what happened was I ate the most delicious meatloaf sandwich. It was
you did. Here goes Tony on a meatloaf
was so yum that like I was just like, man, I need a nap. No,
would you get a picture of it or what?
No, man.
Just gonna leave us hanging at that? It wasn't picture worthy.
I couldn't take a photo of it because I was so eager to eat how delicious it was that I just couldn't. Yeah, so I am going to.
You didn't want to document the story.
Hey, I want you guys to hype up our guest here. While I am going to. Grab a microphone and the camera real quick. So I looked at the clock, it's like 8:58, and I'm like, shit. So I will see you guys here in just a minute. Literally not even. Just let me go grab this camera real quick.
Oh, man, what a dude. Oh, boy. So, Johnsy, man, you're the one who scored this legend to come on the show. I mean, yeah. Tell us about that for a minute, bro.
I mean, I followed her for a long time. I butcher, so I'm always fascinated about meat. And through butchery, hunting, barbecue, and cooking, I have learned that a lot of things that people think about meat is not true at all. And she's out there nonstop busting meat myths, and it's awesome. And plus, she's a good cook, good barbecue. You know, she has her own company. She started... or helped start the Australian barbecue. I can't remember the exact name of it right now. Forgive me. But, yeah. Started Carnivore.
Hardcore Carnivore. She's a beast in the barbecue community, man. I'm excited to have her. I know all the other guys are, too. While we wait for her to get on, man, what do you got cooking this weekend?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I have some carne asada marinating in some Willow's feisty lime deliciousness. So there you go there.
We got Redbeard in the house watching.
Oh, man.
We got Mike.
Had to clear out the sinuses.
Always on the meatloaf.
Who doesn't love meatloaf? That's what I'm saying, Mikey.
Friday with
I know who doesn't like
Cody.
I know who doesn't like meatloaf, and he's a communist in the top left corner of the screen.
You shut your whore mouth, Tony.
I love it when you eat a meatloaf.
Just so everybody knows, Layla, that's my little granddaughter watching. So you need to get off the show.
Yeah. No, actually, tonight it'll be a
No,
G-rated
tonight it'll
one.
be a good one. I know.
Until she leaves at about, she said she's got an hour slated for it. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah. So,
Let's go.
let me make sure. All right, I got the OMS.
So as you guys can
doesn't
see,
have
I'm
any
here at
connection
the
problems. So, I lived under a rock because me being still fairly new, about 2 years into the barbecue game, I actually still am learning all the creators, and I knew of her and stuff like that. And Johnsy's like, "Oh, Jess Pryles is coming on the show." I'm like, "Oh, cool." And all the guys like, "So who's that?" And they're like, "What?"
Oh, man.
I was like, "What?" And I was like, "I don't know everybody. I'm sorry." And then I looked and I'm like, "Oh, the Carnivore, hardcore Carnivore." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Nice." By the way, no beer tonight for me. Been dealing with a little bit of the sickies, and so definitely a Cleveland whiskey. Rev wanted the hot toddy. I got everything but the water. I got lemon juice and honey, but I have no.
Hey, is that natural local honey?
Oh yeah, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right out
Yes,
Fall South Side. Out in, it's a blend, a herd of bees in South Side New Philadelphia. The Bosler's honey here. They sell their honey and they even have a buckwheat honey, which is basically black. I don't like it, but this one here, like it's cool though because different hives have different colored honey, so that you can get your favorite honey from a different part of the county. Shout out Bosler's. There's a free one.
Oh man,
next one's gonna cost you.
And that was a solid one too, man.
Really, but I really do like them. Actually, they're a family tie. They have family ties.
You rep what you love, no matter what.
Yeah, you know me,
especially
guys.
Like that. Yeah.
If it's a small biz, we're in. I tell you, while we're waiting on her, Nombre, Wave, hop on here for a second, man, before we get Jess on. Then we'll have her in the waiting room. And so, Nombre, how we doing, man? Up, you're muted. Nombre is muted. There we go.
Sorry.
He is no longer muted.
Sorry. Gents, what's up, buddy? So,
how are you doing, man?
Let's take a moment and how stressed Johnsy was because you weren't here, bro.
Dude, it was probably bad. I felt so.
Hey,
honestly,
I forgot Doobie knows how to run everything, though. That's the only reason I stressed.
Luckily, Johnsy's been hosting the Thursday night show, Random Thoughts with the Rev. Shout out and plug.
Yeah.
And so he does have a little bit of experience there running the board. But yeah, I felt bad. I looked at it. I was in the mid conversation. I looked at the clock and I'm like, oh shit. And I was like, poor Johnsy. I was like, he's probably freaking. I looked down. I had like all these missed calls, and I'm like, oh, poor Johnsy.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, you called only. You were one of the missed calls. I'm not going to sit there and say you went fanboy and like called me like 30 times in freak out mode. You had one.
Hey,
Doobie called. Nombre in the group text is like, you good, bro?
Hey.
Yeah, Johnsy.
I was more concerned that you were.
That's right. That's right.
Johnsy is killing.
Thank you, Mike.
Tonight. I am going to put some honey in my.
Hey, but you're the star, bud. You're the star.
Yeah. Oh, some honey in my bourbon tonight. Let's go.
Would you like anything with that honey?
That was a lot of honey.
Yeah.
I'm a lot of sicky, so get off my ass, boys.
Oh.
I want it to be the consistency of NyQuil.
I don't know.
Well, I can always add. Hey, boys, I hate to tell you, but I can always add my ratios right back up. Oh shit! I want to make sure I said the right.
She's like, fuck this link. I'm out.
We got Burley in the house too. Shout out to Rage and Pillage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, hey!
What?
Shout out to their new segment in the show, "How to Stay Rich with JD's Pit Barbecue." I mean, that's gonna be an exciting one. It's gonna be an exciting one.
I like it.
They got all fired up last night. Okay. So I want to pirate off their. I'm gonna pirate off their topic last night because I actually did. Enjoy it. Yeah, but it's not. It's actually a pretty good one. So there was like a heated discussion, somewhat heated, not that heated. Actually, they were knocking down drag out. If you want to check it out, go watch Rage and Pillage on YouTube and watch them come to blows. How's that for creating the? So Kanye, the argument was, the guy said it wasn't true charity if a celebrity, like such as Ye, which he's a loser, but like if you give that money to tax write-off, it's not true charity. So, would you rather see a celebrity donate charity and not write it off and call it true charity and still pay taxes, or since they're paying taxes, they could use those taxes to put toward charity? Which would you rather see? And is it true charity? Is that true charity? I'm going to say, if you're working the system to benefit some small businesses and community projects in the area, that's charity.
That's sharing the wealth.
Because you can be lazy and pay your taxes.
Spread it around, baby. Spread it around.
You can be lazy and pay your taxes and let them put it toward roads.
I mean, the way I see it, there's a lot of ways to get tax write-offs, man. Like, you could just go buy a new smoker and have that be a tax write-off. Like, if you're going to go and do something nice.
Not that I know that. Not that I know that.
You know what I'm saying?
Not that I know that.
You might as well do something worth doing. I mean, if you can get back to the community at the same time, that's better than doing something just for yourself for a write-off. I mean, you got to give them that credit. I'm not on Yeezy's side or whatever you want to call it, but I feel like there's a lot of people out there doing some really good charity events. And let's be real, most of them are doing it for tax write-off purposes. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Even nonprofits do charity events for tax write-off purposes. You know, just how the game is played in charity events.
So here's the thing: if a celebrity would donate like non-discreetly, you think their tax person isn't going to like find those records and automatically do it for them?
I mean, that's the world we live in.
100%.
They got better accountants than I do.
Okay,
they haven't seen a lick of that paperwork in years. So, except for when the guy comes over and says, "You need to sign this." That's all they do.
If it's discreetly, it's because they have a side chick with a kid. That's the only discreet about it,
bro. Shout out Jerry Jones. Oh man.
But hey, if you don't write it off or not write it off,
we're all here, but this ain't the after party. Settle down, hombre.
No.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
What are you drinking? Hey, Nombre, what are you drinking over there?
I went back to my roots when my wife first met me.
Oh boy. He's trying to impress the guest.
Why not support the guest? You never know. Lone Star may like, hey, Nombre, Jess, you want to be the Lone Star peeps? Yeah.
Did you guys see that Elon Musk wants? Oh, what happened? Yo, what's up, Double A? That Elon Musk wants to have the world's biggest barbecue in Texas. This ought to be.
It's not a barbecue if you don't invite the Dude Network. Let's be real. Come on.
Yeah,
I mean, we are. There it is. Right I'll be there. Is that the Dude Network? I'm a field person. No, Dude Network.
Yeah. Hey, you got to be the rep. Hey, field staff on point. Maybe it'll be in El Paso and Doobie could join you.
Yeah.
Then Nombre wouldn't make it to El Paso.
No,
hey man, I would drive to Texas. I don't care. Texas ain't too far.
Yeah.
For the record, Doobie lives a half hour from the Texas line, so of course he would drive to Texas.
Yeah, but you don't want to go that Democrat part of it. Oh shit, it's not that.
Oh, Jesus, Nombre. I mean,
this guy's got to go to Texas
for a little extra taste of the show. What do you do?
Don't Texas like New Mexico, bro.
This is why Texas can't have nice things, man.
We have awesome things.
All I know is every time I'm on the freeway and I see somebody at the Texas plate, I know that they're going to go really slow, pain in the ass, and I got to go all the way around them. Me and my trailer got to go around the Texan with their SUV going 65 and a 75 every weekend, at least twice.
That's weird. That doesn't even make sense. We go 85 everywhere we go.
Hey, not the Texans that come here, bro. Man. They come over here and jack up the whole system for everybody else.
Must be old. There must be a bunch of old Californians that moved.
Here we go. And then move back.
Terrorizing our roads with their driving.
Bad. They moved back to California. That's what you're saying.
No, they went to go visit their family.
That's what I figured.
For the love of Pete, you guys, what are we doing? We need to keep our composure. We need to keep our composure.
You're right, dude. We cannot.
And by the way, this Cleveland whiskey with this honey is amazing. And I want to use that as an extra plug for Cleveland whiskey because if you're in the Northeast area on November 19th, you can hang out with me for 4 hours up at Cleveland Whiskey. Free admission, free parking, free small batch, single barrel Cleveland honey barrel bourbon.
Nice.
They took a barrel of honey and charred the oak in it and then did the honey. And then they soaked the whiskey in it, and it's got them honey notes and stuff. It's like all day. It's free.
That's gotta be money.
You know what would be cool?
I'm excited. I'm going to find out on November 19th up at Cleveland Whiskey. So
when does the Dude Network Cleveland Whiskey come out?
Dude, they need to figure it out quickly. I'm ready.
I'm just saying.
Texas over everyone. I got your back number.
Yes.
Thank God, Burley. Hey, Burley's going to be front of the line.
Yeah, that's your.
We'll give him a hard hat and a Daisy Red Rider, and we'll let him have at it.
That's Nombre's star lineman right there for that run.
Bro, we have more than BB guns.
Oh man.
Yeah, so do we. Don't worry about it, there, little Texas.
No, you don't. Fucking paper straws don't count. Bro.
Easy.
No.
Oh
wow.
Gosh,
man.
Look how angry he just got.
What was I saying earlier?
New Mexico's the wild west over here.
Every time you take a little jab, he gets so mad.
His skin got so pale right there in that split
No,
second. Because all the blood rushed onto his angry cock like everyone else in Texas. That's what happened.
Shots fired.
Did we just go into blood flow? Did we just go into blood flow on the Dude Network?
Oh, man. Here it is. Here it is. We're already done.
Nombre's done that move before.
Oh boy.
Oh man. I guess my wife moved her albums around. I was gonna show you we've been drinking this kind of beer forever, but I don't know what she did with her wedding album. She said,
"Oh, he's got to prove."
I know you still got that same hairline. I know you still got the same hairline, bro.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
No, I'm not anti-Texan AA.
No, we're anti-Nombre.
Yes.
I'm anti-Nombre's attitude toward Texas.
He hates us. No, he hates us. That's San Antonio speaking right there. That's like the north side of San Antonio.
Hey, I ain't coming after AA, man. I ain't coming after AA. Hey, AA, I just did that meat.
Hey, you're saying all this now, but I remember what you said about San Antonio, bro.
Oh, yeah.
What, the Spurs are pretty cool?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay. All right. You want to act cool?
Hey, who's the coach of the Spurs now? Is it still Popovich?
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah,
he's still there, man.
Speaking about Texas, can we talk about the World Series?
Oh, you guys cheated your way in again?
As a matter of fact, we can't.
Yeah. They must have cheated their way in again.
Hey, anybody cheating, go Phils, baby.
Bro, that's the most
their back,
BS.
I don't know.
That is the most garbage thing ever.
You want to talk about cheating? Let's talk about how the president got into. No, just kidding.
Jesus.
Hey, come on. You can't do that with me.
Nobody's trying to ramp it up before the November 4th elections over here.
Hey,
come on, man.
Hey, Nombre. I got you, bud. But I'm just saying.
And we just lost New England.
The owner of the Astros himself, when they got caught, said, I don't know why everybody's so upset. It's not like it affected the game.
Correct.
Dude, that is the most bullshit answer ever. The whole game is between a pitcher and a batter, and they cheated on pitches. Oh, dude, get out of here.
Everybody's doing it. The runner on second base is doing some weird signals.
Oh, my gosh, bro. Get the frick out of here.
Hey, speaking of cheating, Barry Bonds belongs in the Hall of Fame. Give a fuck.
Barry, the only reason he doesn't is because he was a asshole.
What?
Dude, a little kid.
A-Rod?
I'm not talking about steroids. Baseball is better with steroids.
Well, that's cheating.
Burley says because
is that a double standard? Guys, comment below if you're using steroids or using a trash can. It's two different things, or cheating's cheating.
No, I'm not saying it is, but these guys, they weren't allowed in the Hall of Fame and all that. They got stripped of shit. And this guy's over here, you guys won World Series. Your guys won batting titles over knowing the pitches, and then the guy wants to act like it was no big deal. It doesn't do anything.
You still got to hit it yourself. You still got to hit it.
Yeah, but it's totally different when you know.
All right, I hate to interrupt Johnsy's educated baseball spiel here, but I do have an update on our guest of honor here tonight. I think we're having a time zone miscommunication, so she might be in a half hour. So she might be the after party.
Woo!
Send
So
it,
we
bro.
got the round table
Yeah,
before the special. Double whammy.
Well, on
Hey,
that
I
note,
agree with Nombre,
hey,
man.
I'm actually gonna dip out and hit the
Oh.
road real quick so that I
I
can
don't
try
even
to
like
get
you
to a rest
anyways. You
stop for
always
the
leave
after
us.
party.
we just got
You know what I
started.
mean? Hey, man, I gotta prioritize the time, bro. I don't want to miss Jess Pryles, but I can't be starting in a half hour either. I gotta try to hit the road so I can come on for the after party.
You gotta stop at Sam's Club and get some prime. You gotta stop at Sam's Club and get some prime ground beef and a pound of sausage to make some of that. Meatloaf.
Hey, man, you shut
You're
your
like that
whore
girl
mouth, Tony.
that's sexy
No.
all day and never shows up.
No. Meatloaf.
Burley, you're the man, dude.
Meatloaf.
I'm just saying
man.
it right now.
Hey, I got feedback, man. He goes, "Thanks, man. That was awesome." I was like, well, "That's right." So, how does everybody feel about? So, how do you feel about ground
I
sausage?
paid good money to see Stomp, Burley. You're a genius. I love that, man.
How do you feel,
Dude.
I have a feeling that Burley, Rage and Pillage, and the Dude Network are going to cross a lot of paths over the coming years. I was listening to their show today from last night, and I was dying, man. That shit's funny. So everybody, yeah, another free shout out to Rage and Pillage. Everyone go check them out. For 18 plus, that's the ticket. That's the ticket.
Very plus. Emphasize plus.
Very plus. And if you're easily offended, probably not.
Please, I'm gonna just let you know.
But if you like those places,
come on in. No, come on in.
But if you like those places where you're not easily offended, definitely the place to go.
If you're easily offended, come on in. We'd love the hate too.
Yeah, Team Messloaf. That's what's up right there. Team Messloaf. That's messed up, bro.
Oh boy. And we're spiraling, man. We're spiraling.
No, that's right. We got this show right where we want it.
No, I know.
See, that's what I'm talking about. He goes,
"Look at the bear."
Nombre.
Oh, dude,
Dude, no. Is that no? I just now
man.
know. Okay, I first did not. I was checking out how good looking your wife was and how you pulled that off, but I didn't even notice the massive AR-15.
Hey, dude. But what's fun? Anyway. No, I love seeing the pictures of everybody like from back in the day and stuff. It's just fun.
When we were younger, yeah. I'll show you another one.
Hey, easy, bud. Come on.
Oh,
she's watching. Look at her face. Look at her face.
Yep.
She's a little nervous.
I'll show you the skinny nombre.
Oh,
yeah.
Right,
you're not
Mikey?
still skinny?
Right, Mikey?
No, man, I'm 270 pounds.
You pulled that keg out the other week and slapped it for us. That was impressive.
Hey, Hey, when Nombre all of a sudden gets after it, it's like you never know what's going to happen.
Look at that skinny guy.
Oh,
look,
wow.
Yeah, dude. Those are the ones that made me laugh, dude. Like,
you don't even look like you,
man.
I can't even.
That's Nombre
like
pre-barbecue life.
I barbecue.
That's pre-brisket. That's when you were still living. That's when you were still balling on a budget at HEB, buying like the intestines and stuff.
That was a medium shirt. I wear 2X now.
Hey, no, that photo though. How long had you been out of line school?
No, I'm in the middle of it.
Yes, that's what you're in. Seriously good shape right then.
Nice.
Climbing every day.
So Doobie, you're out. You got to roll. Or you staying?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit. Let's see. I got a few. I'll wait.
All right, Nombre, we'll bring you back on here in a little bit. We're going to get to Mrs. Jess here in just a second. So we'll see you here in about 2025 there, Nombre.
Peace.
All right. And now our star of the show, because nobody is certainly here to look at us. That is a fact. It is proven. That's why we have to keep getting guests, because nobody simply is interested. We started out good. It went down in viewership. Now it's going to go back up. We have with us tonight a very special guest. I've been thinking of this intro all week because there's a lot of pressure with this one. A lot of pressure because she is a one of one. She is Australian born, questionable, but we'll go with it. Texas by choice, which means that she can not only headbutt a wallaby, she can also wrestle a steer with her pinky finger. The owner, operator, the head CEO of
Hardcore carnivore.
That's it. I was making sure you're paying attention, Johnsy. Hardcore carnivore. Making sure. I go on these intros. I want to make sure you're with me.
I got you.
Straight out of Texas. She's awesome. She's all of our spirit animals. Simply, she's just cooler than us. She's awesome. Jess Pryles. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're scum.
Hell of an intro.
Thank you. It's my thing.
Apparently, I'm still on Australian time, or not used to so many time zones still.
Now, did I say it was probably me because I'm a man and I communicate terribly.
Yeah.
That's my wife. I do not communicate effectively.
And going, hey, yeah, I've got this podcast at 9:00, and he's like, oh yeah, and he's like, no, they're. I'm like, yeah, and then I looked at your message. Anyway, whatever. That's the boring stuff. Let's talk about the fun stuff.
Look, you're the fun stuff. You lead the way on this one. So, what have you been up to, Jess? I mean, top 3 things you're up to because you probably got a million.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Bunch of videos. Burnt End Sauce just came out. Re-released fried turkey for holiday season. Going to California next week to cook with Chris Lilly.
Let's go.
Shout out.
Briscoe, my buddy. And then, I don't know, just heaps of stuff. Heaps. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like my answer was very unimpressive. Is that
I mean, no, you just did like a burnt end sauce. You just made like a product announcement. That's massive news.
Yeah.
And you just named an epic collab like nonchalantly, like it's not that big of a deal. So that your enthusiasm on the delivery could use a little work, but we'll let it slide this one time. Come on, this is the Dude Network. We bring the energy. It's the weekend kickoff party. You can't put these people ready to drink beer to sleep. They're ready to pound bourbon.
Yeah, well, they should already have finished. Beers are what you do when, like, at sundown and on Friday. You guys should be into hard liquor by now, really.
Hey.
You know what? It's funny you mentioned that. Because if I
Speaking of product,
drink, and there's only one liquor of the Dude Network, and that's Cleveland whiskey.
Hey.
Sorry, that's another thing. Cheap shout out, some plugs. Get used to it. We're probably going to give you a few of those, just so you know, Jess.
All right, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Before we get too much into the show, let's give your plugs here of like where can people go to find all these amazing sauces and rubs that are just taking the barbecue world by storm.
Hardcorecarnivore.com is where you grab them. Bucky's, Cabela, Bass Pro Cabela's, the Academy. We got lucky enough to be in a lot of really cool partners, and then heaps of really great independent grill stores around the nation too.
So just a few little stores then.
Just a couple.
Yeah.
Nothing too. I mean, not even Walmart. I mean, come on. What are we doing?
No.
No, that's right.
I mean, Bucky's is like a landmark.
Whoa, no, not again. That was not in that. Suck it, Kinders. You stink. You have Walmart. You don't want it. The only reason you're in Walmart is because she don't want it. Facts.
We have said no a few times to Walmart. It was strategery.
Boo, 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 boo. See, I don't need a soundboard. I am my own soundboard. I've been told I need a soundboard. That's awesome. So when did this all start when did you decide one day you're like, you know what? I think I want to just be really good at making sauces and rubs and sell millions of bottles.
So that was never the plan. And I think that has a lot to do with why we've enjoyed a lot of success. Because even though we're in a very golden age of seasonings, and everyone seems to have one out right now. And Hardcore Carnivore Black came out. That was our first one in 2016. And it was just that I wanted a way for people to taste what I think steak should taste like beyond trying a recipe from my website. So it was like the next natural progression. And I didn't really have like these, okay, I'm going to plan and it's going to be, and we're going to drop this holiday edition. It was nothing like that. I was like, oh, I've got a cool idea for one thing. Let's see. And then it kind of went from there. So it's very organic.
Yeah, organic is best. I mean, organic is absolute best.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah. And that's where, you can't force this kind of stuff. You can put all the money into marketing. You can put all the money in your advertising. But at the end of the day, if you don't have that natural organic push, like there's not enough money you can recoup to get that money back. So it's not a solid business model. So that's awesome. And how much do you so you came from Australia, and when did you move over here to Texas? Like at what age did you leave Australia?
In 2015, so 7 years ago.
Okay, so still pretty recent. So in your sauces and seasonings and lineups and stuff like that, how much of that Australian heritage has trickled into your American style? And is that, you're smiling like it's the secret. I don't be digging. But how much influence from the motherland, as you would say, has made its way over to American soil? And does it make you feel great that a bunch of dumb Americans are using awesome Australian flavors?
How do I even answer that without digging a hole? Okay.
Dig the hole. We love holes.
We're all about it.
No. No dumb Americans. However, no, seriously, I think that being Australian did have a lot to do with it. And it's because the entire population of Australia is the same as the state of Texas. So it's around 25 million, right? And you have a huge landmass, small population. So we don't have like a lot of food service, and we don't have a lot of as much processed and pre-made foods. And so flavors are much more simple, and I wouldn't say clean eating, but the flavors are clean. And so I feel like, you would buy a steak seasoning in the typical sense, like a McCormick or whatever, and it would just be in your face with like, yeah, you want seasoning? I'm going to give you seasoning. And
you like peppercorns? Bam! Peppercorn.
It doesn't need to be like that. I'm actually here for the meat, actually, because that's the expensive part. So I thought that there was definitely room to create a seasoning that wasn't as in your face. And most of the line has kind of followed that line. I still blend every single one of them in my kitchen myself to start. That's not what you're buying, but that's where the recipe starts. And it's still my version of what I think it should taste like. And that's obviously resonating with people. And it resonates with a lot of women. I get a lot of emails from dudes who are like,
shout out.
My wife isn't really excited for steak night usually, but then I made her a steak with hardcore Carnivore Black and she loves that stuff. Like, cool.
Yeah.
So you were one of the first ones that I ever saw with the activated charcoal rub.
Mm-hmm.
That's
right.
What was that idea? How did that come about?
I'd seen it used a lot in like health foods and stuff like that. So it was like activated charcoal shakes were happening, and it was just starting to be kind of like a niche popular item. And I thought, hey, maybe this could work in a rub, because I also had the idea, I guess, my story is that I didn't really know how to cook meat very well. And I sort of taught myself along the way. And one of the pain points when you start out not knowing how to cook a steak is how to get a really great crust on it. And one of the things that you can tend to do is overcook it while you're trying to create this great crust. And so I thought, well, if you're coloring it black on the outside before you've started, you've kind of put yourself ahead of the curve. And that's where that idea came from.
Okay, is that an Australian thing? Because we have another friend of the show, Jared Pullman, and he's got a lineup of How Low Can You Slow? And he's originally from Australia, and he's got a charcoal activated seasoning. So
well, he can thank me for that.
Oh
yes!
Oh,
let's go.
Any let me say this clearly. Any Australian seasoning that has activated charcoal in it that is not Hardcore Carnivore Black is a copy of Hardcore Carnivore Black.
Let's go. Oh yeah.
And when you're the OG,
hey, can I see you're already in that
seasoning, nobody can tell her shit about it.
Right?
I mean, that's like part about being first, You bring something new to the game, you can take all the credit because it's your idea. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, it was obviously a good idea and people have expanded on it. But I mean, I think that I think the point is that, you know, I did the work to kind of make it popular. It didn't really, no one really knew about it beforehand. And so, you know, a lot of people kind of enjoy coming to the party afterwards, but, you know, it's flattery, right?
Hey, that's what they say. Imitation is
yeah.
the ultimate form of flattery.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it pays to be awesome sometimes, you know, Jess?
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Not as awesome as that 30-point buck you got hanging over your head back there.
Oh, yeah.
For
He
real.
was
Nice
tasty.
subtle backdrop of like the venison. How are the back loins? Have you ate the back loins yet?
Yeah, he's just, please. We've got, there's like 9 skulls sitting in the other room. Of course.
I just wanted to get a response. I got it.
Yes.
Man.
I know she's feisty. She came out. She's just burning everybody. I don't want to sit on the gear anymore.
Hey, you told me to be myself.
I love
My
it.
husband-
No, please don't
did they
change.
really
Please,
say be yourself? I'm like, yeah, you're gonna get full sarcasm. That's Australian.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Dude and
That's
Dude
what we live
Network.
for.
Yeah.
Right now, you found the right place. You found the right place. Big deer hunter then?
Reasonable. I mooch off people's leases, basically. So,
Excellent.
What do you do? Be like, I will make you the best charcoal activated loin you've ever had in your life. If you let
that, and I also process my own deer and my buddies. I'll be like, hey, you know, like I'll trade you like pellets or, you know, beef during the year or something like that. So we have good trade. It's a barter system, you know?
That's the way
Hey,
to do it.
that is
Hey,
the
the best
American,
things
the
happen that
American
way.
dream. 7 years into it, she figured it out.
Yeah.
She
What's
figured
wrong
it
with
out.
us?
So, which do you like better, Australia or United States, and why is it the United States?
I mean, I'm living here, aren't I?
Well, maybe the husband couldn't get a passport. Maybe he wasn't allowed. He was on a bad list.
Yeah,
and
I
they
got
had
my
to
green
settle.
card
I mean,
before
I
I
don't
got
know the
married.
backdrop.
So no, that the marriage came after the green card. So I'm here to stay, and you know, I like them both. They're just different. I think that the main reason that I left Australia, it's not an exciting story, but it's just big fish, small pond, you know? I'd fallen in love with Texas, and America really is the land of opportunity, and I wanted to be over here. And you know, I love the lifestyle. I got into hunting. I drive a truck. Like I carry knives. Can't do that in Australia. So it's a good place to be.
There we go.
Hey,
there it is.
Hell yeah.
So I
Hey,
find
anytime-
it.
Oh, go ahead, Johnsy. My bad.
No. I just said
I mean,
I
I don't
find
want
it
to make
interesting.
you
She said she didn't know how to cook a steak, and she's literally taking the internet by storm, proving meat facts wrong, and she's a meat science graduate, and I'm a huge fan of that because I butcher a pig every year. So how did all that begin? How did you not just want to learn how to cook a good steak, but you know what? I'm gonna know everything about everything with meat.
So the long story but short version is, on a trip to Texas, I got taken to eat Texas barbecue because that's what you do over here.
Mm-hmm.
And in wanting to learn more about how it was made, I inadvertently started learning a lot about meat. So I was like, wait, why? I've never seen brisket look like that, because it looks totally different in Australia. Different cut, different butchery, different animal size, everything's different. And in learning more about meat, I kind of started unlocking these secrets, you know, like, I guess it's not that hot. Oh, okay. Charcoal chimney is how you light a charcoal grill. Yeah, that's not that hard at all, actually.
It's crazy.
Oh, it's like, you know, like prime rib is actually one of the easiest things to cook. And so it is for real. And so I just started just collecting all this information and got really passionate about it. And somewhere along the way, you know, I started to share recipes and had a website and social media following, all that kind of stuff. And then somewhere along the way, I picked up on the science side of things, the meat science side of things. So realizing things like, oh, what is that liquid in the vacuum seal bag? Oh, okay. Oh, that's actually really cool. And then feeling good that you can walk up to a meat counter and know what you're looking for, you know, when you're slaughtering your pig, that you know what you're cutting up and the different ways that you can cut it. And it sort of I'd been doing it for 10 years. It sort of swung so far that I decided that I actually wanted to go back and study meat science. And that's what I did. So I graduate this year. I'm doing a graduate certificate at Iowa State University.
Iowa State,
That's
a
awesome.
very non-Texas decision. Wow.
Mhm.
I would say your secret's safe, but there's millions of people watching, so you're no, that's awesome. And you know what's funny is, as you're talking, you're lighting up. Like, you get so excited about it. Like, it's so cool to like talk to you like this in this environment, in this setting, and you just still get excited when talking about meat. Like, I think everyone needs to, like, that's watching, needs to pay attention. When she goes to talk about meat, like, watch her get into it. It is one of the most like impressive things ever. And probably why her seasonings are crushing it. It's probably why her sauces are crushing it. It's why her newly soon to be released burnt end sauce is going to crush it. And shout out. And then yeah, it's awesome. It's really cool. And it's your enthusiasm, because I've only been doing this, the barbecues. I've always been a propane griller. I grew up I'm from Ohio. We did gas grill, Kingsford charcoal. That's what we did. Took an old tractor rim and made a fire pit out of it. And so like I've been on this slow journey for 2 years, and just what you talked about, like I was like, man, like I've been there the last 2 years. I could totally relate to that. And once you get into it, it's a really fun, expensive hobby.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much so.
Doobie, I know you're getting ready to go up here out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Different question area background for you, Jess. Probably not a whole lot of people from Albuquerque, Las Cruces. Well, just say New Mexico. I don't know where he claims, but we'll just say Albuquerque. Doobie, I know you got to go for your full-time barbecue gig tomorrow, and I know you probably got a question or two for Jess before you got to dip out, so the floor is yours, sir.
What is your favorite barbecue item to cook other than steak? Like, if you're cooking Texas-style barbecue, like, what's your go-to that you cook on the regular?
I mean, my favorite item is actually probably beef ribs, but I cook a lot of pork ribs because I like how versatile they are. Beef ribs you can really only do in one way. Brisket you really only should do in one way. Pork ribs you can decide to put the crotch on or not, put liquid in there or not, spritz them or not, dry rub or not, grill them hot and fast. That's what interests me more than just like repeating the same thing over and over. It's why I actually prefer grilling as well, because it's more dynamic. You have to have more of a relationship with the coals, and certainly a pellet grill. So yeah, I'd say pork ribs, which is really weird because I do prefer beef usually.
That makes sense. So I feel like, pork ribs, you can go like with like an Asian flavor profile if you want. You could go
do anything.
Like totally, you can do anything off the wall with a pork rib, and it's gonna come out.
Cinnamon ribs, shout out.
And they're pretty forgiving,
Oh, I do. Don't you dare, Johnsy. I swear to God. Go ahead, Doobie.
He always comes out left field with some random flavor combos. That's Tony's.
Because it works. I'm sorry, it's cinnamon goes good with pork.
That's what you get when Ohio guys try to cook barbecue.
We don't have. No one says we have a style, so I can do whatever the hell I want. Screw everybody.
Well, you'll know that the editor, the Texas Monthly Barbecue editor, is from Ohio, right?
Oh man!
I wish you never said that.
But he moved to Texas to get educated.
Very much so.
So, Tony's not going to become a Texan anytime soon. I don't think
that's not happening.
He's got nombre though. He's got nombre. He'll learn from.
Yeah, nombre. I live my best Texas life through a guy you're about to meet, nombre.
Okay.
Yeah. Another question I got. So I know you like pellet grills a lot. So
Doobie doesn't.
I'm not going to go into I like pellet grills have their place for me. Like,
don't lie,
I cook a lot of barbecue low and slow on my stick burner. So like, I've cooked a brisket every which way on a pellet grill, and it's just one of those things where I've cooked a brisket that was okay on a pellet grill, but I've never been as happy as the results I get on an offset. But everything else, I think a pellet grill cooks great. I think ribs do perfect on a pellet grill, all that stuff. I'm all for pellet grills. They got a place and a time. It's like they're convenient. I can't start my stick burner and go to work, but That's why I work with barbecue now. But that's like the beauty of it. But the other thing, another question we forget to ask sometimes: pineapple on pizza. Thoughts?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, finally.
This
I
show,
knew it.
Gilbert, this
I had
show
a
just
feeling
went
we were
to
gonna
hell
have
in a
somebody
handbasket.
that
Worst
only
show
enjoyed pineapple.
Yep.
ever.
Let's go.
Show.
That's one on my side right there. That's a big win on the pineapple side. I'll take
Because
it any
that's
day.
because pineapple grows in Australia, dude. Dude, it's not even really
No, it's because it
You know,
goes
it's
good
not real.
on pizza. I've been trying to tell these guys
All right.
for like
So,
a year
okay,
now.
she's a meat
Pineapple
scientist
and
here. So while we're on the
money.
topic, fat cap up or down?
There it is.
Yes.
It depends on your cooker.
Hey!
I like it.
Someone
I
that
can
makes
live with
sense.
that.
Look at this. Look, she is a smart person.
It depends
I
on your
got
cooker.
roasted by Myron,
100%.
She's gonna fat cap up on my
Myron
steak
chewed
burner.
Doobie up and spit him out like it was an undercooked brisket. Like it was all gristle. Yeah, it was
Oh,
bad.
man.
It was real bad. It's
to go
on.
back
Hey,
and watch
anybody
that
wants to
one if
watch
you wanna
that?
laugh,
Check it out on YouTube. It's there. It's very there.
Yeah, plug that.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, it makes sense because it all depends on where the heat source comes from and where it's going to be touching your fat at. Correct?
Exactly, and especially because that lean, that flat is just can turn into that sort of like real grainy jerky. Like emphasis on that grain.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to be dynamic and you need to be flexible, and you need to work with what your smoke is doing. For an offset, for sure, fat side up.
There you go, Doobie. There it is.
Hey, there we go. Hey, that's us,
Yep, I
dude.
love it.
That's
I
us,
love
dude.
it.
We've been living the right way. How about that?
That's settled a
Open
lot
fire
of
grill,
scores on
charcoal
this
grill.
show.
Like what's your go-to grill at home? Which grill do you use the most?
My PK 360.
Shout out PK 360.
Okay.
Yeah, PK grills.
I like
I've been grilling on PK for years. Like, they're super awesome. They're cast aluminum, so they have really great heat retention as well. And the other thing I like about them, unlike kettles, the coals are really close to the grate because I want really intense heat the way that I cook. So I find that I get a better result than that big, deep kind of bowl underneath.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I could see that for sure.
Hey, Doobie.
That kind of wraps up my questions for right now.
Sell
But
out
it was
tomorrow,
awesome
Doobie.
having
Shout
you on
out
the
to
show.
Doobie. Beef ribs, half chickens, high and
Pineapple. Yep.
Nope, we don't call it
pizza.
Why you gotta cuss at me, Jack? I thought we were friends. I've been really nice.
It was nice hanging out with you, Jess. We'll see you.
Bye.
All right. And right out of Texas, now we're going to start here. We got, we're going to pull this screen out here. Jess, that way you're not the large and in charge and awkward and the center of attention. Because I'm sure sometimes it's like, listen, take me off the big screen, bro. So, all right. Right out of Texas, you know him. And the other guy we have coming on here, you're going to love because he asked you if you were in molecular gastronomy because that's how his brain works with food. So you're going to love this guy. But first, I'm telling you, his name's Rev White Trash Mike, and he's awesome.
All righty.
Yeah, you can call him that too. It's cool. It'll really say white trash on the bottom of his name. So, but first, we got to get this guy out of the way because he's from Texas and he's all excited because you're from Texas and you chose Texas and he's like been pounding his chest. He's even drinking Lone Star beer. Shout out to one of your partners.
Howdy.
And you're muted.
Hey, you're muted. Nombre's muted. Way to kick
Way
it
to
off.
go, Texas.
My bad. My bad. I had a lot of traffic in the background.
Putting the other day.
But she already knew I said hi. I picked up my hat.
Yeah.
It's very Texas. Very Texas of you, Nombre. What a gentleman. What a gentleman. And a scholar. Well, not okay, gentleman.
I went to college for like 2 hours.
Yeah. Hey, I went to college every single week. Sometimes I even went twice. Yeah.
Like you were chasing like the ex-girlfriend, or you were in class?
No, I took the whole C's to get degrees approach, and I still got into grad school. So all you overachievers out there, suck it.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Hey, shout out Southern New Hampshire. You'll take anybody and their money. Thanks, bud. I got the piece of paper. I don't care. It don't matter what it doesn't have GPA beside it. It says I got it. Anyway, right out of the trailer park, coming out of a pile of Buick LeSabre parts and hoods. Shout out to the LeBarons, the Rev, White Trash Mike. What's up, Rev?
What's good, y'all?
You, dude. What's good in the trailer park today, man?
Same old, man. Just living the white trash dream, as it were.
All right. I think we might be able to still. Let's see how this looks. Oh, this don't look bad at all. Okay, great. Jess, sorry. You good with this?
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, like, again, everyone's here to see you. They trust me. They are not here to see this. I assure you. My wife has thick glasses, and I pray to God she never gets them fixed.
Oh boy.
So, Rev, you asked a question of what she was studying up at Iowa State, and we hyped you up a little bit here. I'm sure you heard that. You're a brain whiz with the meat, so I have a feeling that you got. Oh, don't play coy with me. So, what did you think? I don't know where I'm going with this. Ask her what you were thinking.
Neither do I. Someone.
Yeah, it was the Cleveland whiskey. I'm sorry.
Sure. So meat sciences. So what is it you study?
So meat science is the study of basic quality and safety with meat. So things like how to improve the shelf life of it, how to cure bacon, how to get better processed meats, how to make bologna better.
You can't.
What happens? You can, because you can make better bologna. You can make better quality bologna by looking at things like pH level at time of slaughter. And if you bone before the carcass goes into rigor mortis, you'll have better water holding capacity and thicker bologna.
Ow!
For example.
I understand that, but it's bologna.
Yeah.
That's baloney.
He just went with he just cop on everybody. He's like, it's still baloney. Like, what kind of answer? Like, what kind of comeback? Welcome to the hey. This is the after party. I mean, Jess, this is sorry.
Good with it.
Yeah.
Good with it.
So Jess, today you're on Instagram and you had just finished making a video. You had I caught it late. You're having difficulty reading comments, but you had steak tartare or
actually it's called Parisa. It's freaking awesome. It's from one county in Texas, Medina County, and it's ground beef or sometimes venison, but this was ground beef, and they grind it with onions, American cheese, and then they put chopped jalapenos in it, and they eat it raw with a cracker, and it is the shit.
Great.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
So people probably freaking out. You just said raw.
Yeah.
Why is it safe? Or, oh my God, you're gonna get worms in your stomach and shit for days, kind of deal.
I mean, you probably would if you were eating it in South Sudan, but I bought it today from HEB. I also checked with the butcher as to how fresh it was. So basically, anytime you eat raw meat, you're taking a calculated risk. And because I knew from the appearance and the smell and the sauce, and when I had purchased it, the freshness of the meat, and that it came through the USDA system that has a lot of checks and balances, the chances of me getting sick were quite low.
Yeah.
Okay, so
there's a big thing called the time and temperature zones and what the danger zones are. So if you go to the butcher, you talk to him, like she said, about how fresh the meat was when it was ground, when it actually got to the facility, that everything was held within the proper time and temperatures. You're really fine here in America. It's not like they have the bazaars in the Middle East where there's just like a carcass they're carving off of.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so now talking about cookedness. On a steak, I like it medium rare, but on my burger, I like it done. Now, I'm in my head, I was taught that bacteria, when you're messing with your ground meat, getting it all, the bacteria is no longer on the surface. Now you have intermixed it with the whole ground beef. And with a steak, you're searing or cooking the top, and you're getting that perfect finish where the bacteria that was on the surface is gone. Is that true? Have I been told wrong, or like I need to do something? Oh boy, there she is.
Oh, boy.
Texas blackout.
No, that was my alarm going off telling me that I have to get on a podcast at 9 o'clock.
Oh, shout out to you being 5 minutes early, Jess. Look at you.
Thank you.
Look, yeah, that thing set before 9 o'clock.
That's right. Believe it. So, yes, you're right. So effectively, red meat beef is effectively sterile on the inside. So when you cut a steak and you sear it, you're using the heat to sterilize the outside, and the inside's fine. Obviously, that doesn't apply, which we've already kind of covered in like a second or third world country or developing country where you can find things like worms in the meat. That doesn't happen here in the US, or it won't get to your plate by the time that happens. So if you run that steak through a grinder, you're mixing the bacteria with the sterile meat, and that's why you should cook it all the way through. However, it's back to what y'all said about time and temp, right? So if you grind your burgers yourself, you can be in a pretty good spot. And I mean, there are so many burger joints across the United States that offer the burgers pink in the middle, right?
Yeah,
and very few people get sick. And again, that's just the food safety system. But if you were going to buy pre-ground hamburger from the grocery store, like, it's been sitting there, the bacteria is allowed to multiply because of that time. Now, having said that, my husband Chris will walk into the kitchen when I'm dealing with ground meat and just pick up a big hunk and put a little bit of salt on it and just eat it, because he's a freak. But I love him. But he hasn't been sick yet either. But he's also probably built up a little bit of a
I was going to say
his
is probably so strong that the appendix is probably even working. His appendix even works because he's eating so much red raw meat.
Right, it does something.
Hey, shout out to him for changing the human race back to the greater good. Hey, shout out Hubs. Let's go.
You know,
now,
one of
on pork.
I will say it is gross.
Go ahead, Rev. I cut you off last time.
Gross.
One of the big things in the restaurant industry when you're talking about prepackaged like hamburger patties or like sausages and stuff like that, all of that comes IQF, individually quick frozen, so it's processed and then frozen immediately during the preparation process. So in theory, if you go to a restaurant and they're actually keeping with time temperatures, you can get a cheeseburger mid-rare and you're running a really low risk of getting contaminated by anything like that. And there's a big difference.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between something that's IQF'd at a restaurant versus what you get at the supermarket.
Right. Also, if you're just like a drunk bachelor for a lot of years before you get married when you're 30, you develop a high tolerance of leftover pizza that's been sitting out at the counter for about 5 days. A mid-rare burger, that was probably the best option of food I had that whole week, if I'm being quite honest with myself.
So, Jess, on pork, for many years, it's been 165 done.
Yeah, that was actually where I was going on. Very nice.
They dropped it down to 145. Where does the idea come from? Where does the science, the research, where's the background? For years, it's 165, or you're dead in the water.
So, the reason we cook pork to 165, there's different pathogens in different meats. So we know that chicken has salmonella. We've probably heard that word before. And pork is susceptible to something called trichinella, which can give you trichinosis, which is no bueno. And
no, sir.
What was happening was they started through research in both animal science, which is the pre-meat science. They realized that if you left pigs in certain conditions, like really dirty conditions, or you let them eat scraps and you let them eat, whatever out of the trash can, that you're more likely to see trichinella in the meat. And so basically there's very little occurrence, if any, of trichinella in pork these days, certainly not commercial pork in the United States. And so your risk is super low. And so they were able to lower that. But trichinella, I think, still dies at 140. Salmonella dies at 160, which is why they cook to 145, 165. So it's still a preventative thing. But, I know people who do eat pork like medium rare.
I pull mine
So-
at 140 my whole life, and people thought I was crazy forever. So,
Do you know where you could pull some pork from 140 at, Johnsy, and be okay?
yeah, Frickson Family Farms.
Oh, Frickson Family Farms. Shout out.
Oh,
Check
my
it out at
goodness.
FricksonFamilyFarms.com. Small town feels, big time deals.
So you mentioned the quality of the pig.
This is
So
like
it's-
dumbest show ever.
So you
She's so
have
regretting
the
her
wild
decision.
hog, and then you have the domestic. You might want to treat that wild hog cook a little bit more
Oh,
different than
very
the farm
different.
raised.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's different.
So I had a really interesting conversation with a survivalist podcast this week, and they were huge, like 500,000 followers, like.
Not
And
like us. Got
A
it.
little smaller than us. That's okay.
Yeah.
No, me too. And he's like, yeah, well, it's knowing where your meat comes from. I'm like, I'm gonna stop you right there. Here's the deal with hunters, and I'm saying this as a hunter. There's this like bravado around, oh well, my meat's organic and I know where the animal was. You don't know where the fuck it was. You have no idea. And then the biggest thing that I asked him that was like this sort of aha moment for him was he had been talking about hiking into the backcountry and the way that you need to treat water against
Giardia and stuff.
And heavy metal. I mean, you can't treat heavy metals, but I said, so, you can't hike into the wilderness, into a pristine, untouched area and drink the water as is. So why would you think that meat is okay? Why would you think that the meat is okay? That's the part of meat science that people don't see. It's the years and years and years of research to try and figure out how the animals need to be handled, what needs to happen at slaughter, how slaughterhouses need to be designed, those safe temperatures, the handling protocols, everything that allows us to sit here and allows my husband to come in and eat raw hamburger that's been sitting on the counter.
With a little bit of salt, which probably
So you
is.
can thank meat science, Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah,
You're
Chris.
welcome. Chris.
So, correct me if I'm wrong.
Awesome.
When I used to do large barbecues, I had my barbecue pan, and I never thought about it, but I have the beef ribs, throw them in the pan, another cut of meat, and I get to the chicken. I season the chicken, I throw it in the same pan, and I remember I had a buddy come up to me and go, bro, cross contamination or whatever, and I was confusing myself because I was going to cook those ribs well done because they were thinly sliced short ribs. And I told myself, well, I'm going to get this thing well done. I'm going to, any possible cross contamination, I was going to cook it off. Was I always giving my family that horrible chance, or now you're fine because I did that temp?
No, you were a piece of shit,
I don't
hombre.
quite understand so wait, you were using a pan to season the meat and then chicken would go in there last?
It's just a prep pan that I'll walk outside and throw all my meat on the pit. So I had the beef, I had the pork, and I had the chicken, right? And it was, sometimes the chicken would touch the meat and whatever the situation may be.
Oh, that's fine. It's just raw versus cooked. That's cross-contam.
Okay.
So as long as it was all raw in there and then it would go on the grill and then that raw pan never touched the cooked meat, you're good.
And that's what I was trying to explain to my friend. He's like, no, man. It's like, bro.
Tell your friend he's full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jason, if you're watching.
Question. I have a really good question on this one. How annoyed do you get with dumbasses that act like they know what they're talking and they don't, and they argue with you like you have no idea what the hell you're talking about?
Oh,
On a
you mean
scale of
like
1 to
being
10,
a woman?
where do you get on like I want to fucking kill you at?
That's a question that I was. Oh,
We're good. I turned it off for real that time.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So this is the question.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah,
that's
right.
what it's
Yeah,
like being
yeah,
a woman
go ahead,
on the
Anthony.
internet in a male-dominated industry is what you have just described.
That was the
talk
question
that
that I was going to
yeah.
ask. Actually, was
With
how does that work?
I mean, I love how you all just went silent there. Here's the deal. I have some amazing people, and I feel like I do what I do because I'm really fucking good at it because I studied my ass off at it, not because I'm a woman. So no one should ever get further just because they're a woman. You need to earn it no matter what your gender is.
Boom.
But I definitely feel like I have to insist a little harder as to my expertise.
But I guess my question was like on a scale of 1 to 10, how angry do you get in that situation? Where someone's like repeatedly like
15.
no, you're wrong. But what if the meat is the wild meat? It comes from the wild. Like, what do you get on that?
So I used to get really mad about it. Because like I would be like, well, hang on, no, I can let me tell you the logical facts behind this to show you why you're incorrect. And then if you look at that as like a microcosm of the entire internet these days, you are gonna lose your fucking mind trying to do that. So I don't get angry about it anymore.
See, that's where karma comes into play. You just say your piece, and when they don't listen and get like botulinum toxin from eating something gross, there you go.
Have fun with that.
Oh man.
So one of the craziest videos that ever blew my mind was the worm video and the steak that you did. And they had put an actual earthworm in a steak and trying to pass it off. That one blew my mind. Because, like, if anybody's ever seen meat with worms in it, looks nothing like, not the
same.
Not even in the same universe.
But most people don't know, you know, that's
I know.
That's why
it should be a crime.
Yeah.
It should be a crime.
But like, you know, I grew up in the city, in Melbourne, 5 million people. I didn't have any relationship to agriculture whatsoever. Like there are millions of Americans, I would say hundreds of millions, that just don't know because it's not, you know, they're not exposed to it and they don't have to know it. And then we just take these food safety systems for granted. And so when you are presented with something where you're like, wait, what the fuck? It's hard to sort of figure things out, you know?
You know, we have that even in like the grocery stores. Half of the kids who work there are like 17 years old and don't understand the stuff we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And just knowing all this stuff, it's like, you should throw that away because I'm not going to buy it. And they're like, but why? It's fine. It just came in 4, 6, 8 days ago. I'm like, well, that's probably why I'm not going to buy it. And you should throw this away.
Yeah. Jess, so you know everything about everything, but has there been anything in the last like 12 months as far as like styles of cook, cuts of meat that you have been introduced to that you really loved and you're really mad you didn't know beforehand? Or did you just know everything about everything? I
didn't know everything about everything, and I still don't, and I love learning. I am pretty familiar with all of the cuts of meat because there's only so many cuts and only so many ways you can cut an animal. I think sometimes it's interesting to see how other cultures do it. You know, I just hosted the World Butchers Challenge in Sacramento, and like Irish team cut differently, the Brazilian team cut differently to the French team. And then the Germans.
That would have been fascinating.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
I know. I wish I could have been there.
That would have been awesome.
But I think the best way, what I learn and what I really enjoy is more seeing finished dishes. So like travel, eating in different restaurants, like seeing how different chefs put flavors together, seeing, you know, what choripan is in Argentina versus a bistecca Florentine in Italy. Like that's how you learn, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So
I've been go ahead.
Cooking styles. I love the back and forth you and Al Fragoni had. You just keep on flipping.
Oh yes,
and he you know. So in my head, I go, this is great, but there's two different cooking styles. He was doing just right temperature, and you're doing like you're gonna burn your fucking hand off, so you're gonna keep on turning, and that's what the majority of the audience got from both of y'all. Y'all had great opinions on how you want it done. But open, super high heat and controlled heat is just two different cooks. I hope people understand it. Al measures with his hand. If you watch him, he counts to 5, 6, 7. That's where he wants it. He puts his steak down in his video, right? You go watch Jess and Al. And then you say, let's just keep on flipping. And you, or if you put a thermometer to it, you're probably at 600 plus. There's no way you can do Al style. So it just shows the different styles of cook. There's not a wrong way. There's not a right way. It's just
There's a wrong way. There's a wrong
But they
way.
they also have different results. So one of the things that Al and I laughed about that he knew I was going to come for him with that rebuttal was that his steak was perfectly cooked on the inside, but it had a really
light brown
it
crust.
was very light brown. It was a very weak crust.
Oh, Al,
And
you weak ass.
I like a really aggressive crust on my steak. There are really important flavor compounds that develop. I like them to be a stronger flavor profile. So like I would rather it be closer to burnt than underdone because that's what my palate likes. And so it's nearly like that we know that people like some like rare, some like well done, and that's taken for granted. But do you like a buttery finish on your steak? Do you want an aggressive crust? Do you like a softer cut? So it is just personal preference, but I'm right.
So what's your favorite?
Love it.
Chimichurri's not nearly as good. Bang. No, actually, that's cool.
No, that's pretty fucking awesome.
No,
I was gonna say, I've been told it's amazing. I still have yet to buy some.
That's pretty fucked up. You haven't bought some and you made the pam pam on it.
For real.
Yeah, because she's here. He's not. He hasn't come a guest on this show. Al's dead to me until he does. Jess is a hero. Jess is awesome. No, I'm not joking. Yeah, that's not good. No, Al's awesome. We all love him. Awesome. He's done a lot for the community. And we all appreciate his big brain as well. But in the sake of shit talking, and you're here, you win. And if it was in person, if it was you and him, I'd be like, Jess wins. Look at her. I mean, Australia. She'll fucking headbutt me if I tell her otherwise.
Aussie.
Yeah. I don't want none of that. I've seen Aussies. They got that special light switch. I don't want no part of that. I'm good. I'm the softie from Ohio.
Hey, so Tony, now that you're
Curry's knives,
just real quick, Tony, how many bottles of her seasoning do you have in your cabinet?
I don't have any now. I don't have any, but I'm going to. I swear to God.
So speaking of seasoning,
we all know the content struggle, guys. Don't sit there and rat me out like that. I got commitments and shit. Get off my ass. I don't need this shit. But I tell you what.
So I have a question about one of
you will have something as a collab. You don't have to accept it, like I told you earlier. But there will be a hardcore carnivore. I gotta try the true and the try and pure original that everyone else imitates. Activated charcoal blend.
Hardcore Carnivore Black.
And I'm also going to buy her brand new that just came out burn end sauce. That's what I'm going to do because I have never done burn ends. I have yet to do burn ends, so I think it's only appropriate to buy a burn end sauce to go with my first batch of burn ends. Am I right, Jess?
Yeah, I mean it makes it easy. It's an
what would be the affordable? Christmas time's coming up, Jess. So why don't you tell us what the affordable price would be of such a great product?
The sauce is at $11.99. The rubs are at $12.99. We also have butcher's paper, knives,
gloves,
high heat gloves. It's all
stuff
that I use in the kitchen that I kind of put out there. And
I
got your cutting boards. Cutting boards are fantastic.
The disposable cutting boards, dude.
Amen, sister.
Yes.
My wife loves them. I love them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. I certainly do. Like to not. It's twofold. One, to not clean up, and then two, when you're using those big cutting boards, like they just don't fit in a domestic dishwasher, and you're not ever getting them clean.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's a lot of good stuff on Hardcore Carnivore, and we have great partners as well where you can buy the products. They cost a little more because they cost me a little more to make because it's got premium quality ingredients in there.
Yeah, you're not getting powdered shit mixed with other powdered shit with other.
Yeah, not unless you ask for it, right? Yeah. So anyway, I would love for y'all to try it, but I don't ever judge people who haven't. I'd love for you to have it in your pantry, but I'm not gonna get pissed at you if you don't. It's your taste buds loss.
She's not judging
whatever.
you.
I mean, I feel some hatred right now, but that's okay. We're gonna plow right through it and on to the next.
That's only because Ohio sucks.
Jess, I'm sorry. I got my credit card out. Jess, stop yelling. I got my credit card out. So God.
Hit me with your hard questions.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Here's your next hard question. actually, I'm really excited about this one. What is your favorite affordable cut of beef that not many people talk about? Mine is the flat iron.
Yeah, I love the flat iron. That's a great one. And also the bavette, which is also called the sirloin flap.
Which is French for apron.
That's awesome.
Hey!
There you go.
Hey, Frickson Farms actually sells bavette steaks. They sent me one. It was delicious.
It's a great steak. It's great for fajitas as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I probably bought
It's next to.
I
Yeah.
probably did something.
It's next to one of the fajita, outside or inside.
It's next to the inside.
Inside. See, don't come at me.
Yeah,
No,
actually,
that was good.
Frickson, flat iron forever. Yeah, I had a flat iron from Frickson. I like how the Frickson, it looks like this puny piece of meat. And then when you throw it on the grill and it swells up and shrinks, it makes this beautiful, nice little like fajita steak. Like for a party of one for fajitas, like the flat iron is like the #1 bachelor steak cut, if you want my opinion.
Unless he cut it wrong.
It's like $8. What's that? What
Jess,
number?
how do you slice meat,
He drinks his Lone Star like nothing happened. He just like acts like he didn't even say anything rude or disrespectful. Like that. What'd you say?
What, bro? I just said, as long as you don't cut it wrong.
Long as you don't cut it wrong. Out of your mouth. I heard it. No, that was not. No, that was the bavette steak I boxed.
I just filmed a video today on why, not just how, but why to cut a steak across the grain, including a clay model of why you should do that.
Tony,
so I'll be dropping that soon.
Yeah, we'll share that with you when she drops it, buddy. Don't worry.
Don't even get at me, man. Where's your brisket game at, Johnsy?
Seriously? It's just fine, buddy.
I'm coming at
fire, gentlemen.
Fire. Hey, you come at me. Okay, Jess, what do you feel about smoked meatloaf and why is it awesome?
So I hate meatloaf.
Oh no, Doobie! You're Doobie's dream guest right now. All three.
I'm so glad Doobie was not here to see this. I'm so glad Doobie. Me too. Because I literally just made someone in the community hit me up like, "Hey, can I get one of your meatloafs?" So I just delivered this beautiful 5-pound smoked meatloaf to somebody, and they were like, "Awesome!" Because Ohio loves meatloaf, and you just shit all over my weekend. So
I hate meatloaf, but my smoked meatloaf recipe is one of the most popular recipes on my website.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I know that people love it. You know,
the internet's a beautiful place.
Again.
So in Ohio, it's like a really, because like on Fridays I go around and I sell like lunches. You know, I do like pre-made lunches. I go around to businesses and so they got something good to eat on Friday, payday. Have a good meal. I'll have like pulled pork, like chopped chicken, brisket, and meatloaf. And I swear to God, in Ohio, I will sell more meatloafs than I will brisket.
I believe that.
I didn't.
It's comfort food, right?
I really didn't. I was like, man, I made this brisket. They're like, I want the meatloaf. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I spent 16 hours on this fucking brisket. Eat the brisket. I made that meatloaf in 3 hours, you cocksucker. I was like, get out. Sorry, that was bad. But yeah, that was.
Can we circle back? How do you come up with a banging a meatloaf recipe that's crushing the internet if you don't like meatloaf?
Because I think about what it needs to be. I think about it needs to be moist. It needs to have smoke. It needs to have a nice glossy appearance on the outside. It needs to have pronounced flavor. So you just reverse engineer. Okay, I need to use good 80-20 beef because I need to have good fat in there for the moisture. And there's a trick you can use also for meatballs where you soak breadcrumbs in milk. The panade, which is great for meatloaf.
I did not know
think about smoke absorption, so I put it on a rack to go into the smoker instead of a like baking pan, so that you're getting more smoke around it. So I just kind of think of it like that. But I'll eat it. I just don't like it very much. Chris, was it good? All right.
Oh, we heard that from the bait. Yeah.
I heard a hell yeah.
So I have a question about one of your seasonings. So you've been talking about having like a really aggressive sear on your steaks. How does the activated charcoal in your seasonings affect the Maillard effect when cooking a steak?
It doesn't have any effect on the Maillard effect. So I know there are some people who, the Maillard reaction. So I know there are some people who have put activated charcoal in their steak and will tell you that it makes it, or in their rub, and tells you that it makes it taste like the grill. It's odorless and flavorless. So it literally is just color. Now, Maillard is an enzymatic reaction between reducing amino acids and sugar. And it happens in the absence of moisture. So the charcoal is inert. So it doesn't affect the Maillard reaction one way or another.
All right.
Very.
There you go, Rev. What else you got for us?
One thing.
Yeah, what up, Rev? Come on, Rev.
If you feel like you get a better crust using it, it's probably more from the fact that there's coarse pepper in there, because that gives a physical structure for a bark to be created, much like in brisket.
Yeah.
What's the cheat code for brisket? Black? You do your favorite seasoning and you can top it off with black?
Yeah, I do. I buy the HEB salt pepper blend because it's like the perfect.
I have it.
Coarse pepper and salt, and then I'll do a layer of black over the top for my briskets.
Shout out to HEB. We love you.
That's the next brisket I'm doing. I'm doing a black brisket. That sounds delicious.
Jess, what are you cooking this weekend? Anything epic? I mean, anything big planned?
Chill out, Nombre.
Chris gonna eat some more raw hamburger in a bowl with some like ice cream. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, you know what? He would probably fucking love that. And I'm cooking a duck tomorrow.
Yes. Did you shoot it?
Duck?
Is it duck season in Texas
What
yet?
kind of duck? Like a store-bought duck, or did someone give you a mallard? Because
no, it's like a fancy store-bought duck. But
it's not true. Don't believe that.
In California, apparently they eat like nothing but like fluffy fruit, and they're delicious in California. But every diver duck in Ohio over to the New England area tastes like butthole.
That sounds good. Chris just walked in and has picked up a pint of ice cream. So whoever just talked about ice cream, you need to quit suggesting that.
Sprinkles and chocolate syrup. Don't forget the caramel.
Hey, do you want some hamburger?
Oh yeah,
okay.
Got him.
Hey,
got
Chris,
him.
Sprinkles are for closers, though, bro. You got it.
Hey, I gotta ask: is Chris a fireman?
Because of the mo, you have to come.
The
show
mustache.
Me.
The mustache.
You have to. No, he's not a fireman, but he should be because it's impressive.
It's like the most. It's like
it's a full Tom Selleck.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very impressive. He's well-fed Chris on Instagram if you need to stalk him.
Is that his name?
The best video is the binder, the rib binder video. When you had him see if he could taste if mustard, mustard and no, I can't remember, oil, mustard, and nothing, I think.
It was honey, mustard, and nothing.
Yeah. And he was so sure, and he was dead wrong. It was great.
Yeah. It's all right. Good sport. He's a good sport.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff.
I'm a barbecuer. I probably wouldn't have been able to guess either. So,
are you running any promo codes on Hardcore Carnivore this time of year, by chance?
Not at the moment, but if you are familiar,
trying to get shit cheap, Tony.
Listen, I'm at the checkout counter, Johnsy. Get off my ass. We're trying to save $1. Times are tough.
We do. So there's a code for free shipping over 75. And then again, we're about to hit Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So just
buy it now, but the bull later. Stock up later, buy it now.
Honestly,
you have bundle pack?
I was looking for everybody watching. I was on here looking, and what looks to be a really good deal is the small bundle of. Man, I'm like getting committed so far in the shopping cart I can't go back. But it was like the the 5 basics for like $51, like one of those ones.
Yeah, it
had all your like basics and strong stuff. I was going to go for the big one, but I didn't need Tex-Mex and all that stuff, so I went with the small one.
Yes, you do.
No, I
we
don't.
don't.
That will
I
change your life,
my life. I don't need any more Texas, Nombre. I got Jess.
Yeah.
That will change your
You're
life.
replaced. Jess is the new Nombre, so you're gone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
logo's
well,
already
it was an
changed.
easy choice, Jess. I mean, we're all about aligning ourselves and setting ourselves up for the future, and you win. So,
Oh well, thanks.
I go
And
with
you
success.
never-
I'm a winner.
You
and
you
you
have
never-
a great,
run,
you have a
y'all.
great resume. It just seems like
Hey.
a logical choice.
This has actually been super fun. You warned me it was going to be fun, and you didn't disappoint.
Awesome.
I mean,
But
coming back
now I
next
have to
year.
call myself
Next
as
year, we're coming
different.
back next year, Jess.
Pardon?
We're gonna come bring you back next year, then.
Yeah, fuck yeah, why not?
Ah,
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Fuck yes, that's what she said. Well, yeah, I added the S because yes seems more enthusiastic from me. From her.
Well, I
Fuck
appreciate.
yeah,
you
with
So
the
how are you gonna-
Thank you.
like, let's go.
So how are you
Jess,
going to cook your
I
duck?
just want to let you know, Jess, that you have been one of my favorites of all time because you.
Oh,
have
thank
been-
y'all. This was super fun. I appreciate it. I'll
I-
post stories of the duck tomorrow, so keep an eye out on
Yes.
IG stories.
I promise to keep a better eye on your stuff.
Thank you so much, Jess. Keep
Bye,
busting
y'all. I'll
those
chat to
meat
y'all soon.
myths.
Nice to meet you.
Dudes and
Nice to
dudettes,
meet you.
the lady
Jess
married to the man
Pryles.
that eats raw hamburger with salt out of a bowl. Jess Pryles.
Johnsy!
Johnsy! She was ready.
Hey.
She was ready to GTFO. I love it. She was awesome, dude.
Hey,
Johnsy.
let's
I'm sorry.
go, guys.
Hey, Johnsy. Good job, Johnsy.
Good job, brother.
Good job, Johnsy. That
That
was
was
a good one.
Impressive.
Yeah, you're pretty cool after all, bro.
I mean,
Hey,
you
Nombre, you know
what I
what?
love
No,
about
no,
our-
no. Stop, Tony. Nombre, thank you, buddy. Thank you.
I didn't mean to interrupt the one. Hey, yeah, it's the end of the year is coming up, so Nombre had to get one compliment in for the new year.
Yeah. No, I
That
just
once a year, bro.
Hey, and guess what? It came before Christmas and Thanksgiving, bro.
Yeah.
Nombre, you're the man.
I told my wife, I go, fucking Johnson came in clutch. So, yeah, I know.
Oh, hey, Willow. Dave, I'm sorry, man. I wanted to ask her about tri-tip because coming from another country and being in Texas, I wanted to ask about tri-tip just because tri-tip is such a big deal.
I know.
Well, she
Go
just
ahead,
no,
Nombre.
she
Go
just
ahead.
posted a tri-tip video recently, so get off me. It's
No,
not
Bro,
just
no
like
tri-tip versus
Wow,
Kanye
why is
question.
why is Johnsy being so defensive right now?
I'm not
Maybe-
being defensive. I'm trying to finish my
You just
sentence.
said
while
don't come
everybody's
at me
attacking
like somebody was coming at you. What the fuck?
It's a very aggressive night here on the Dude Network all of a
why
sudden,
is everybody
man.
so offensive? I mean, God,
Like,
it's
Like, a lot of people are like got some feelings going on this today, man.
all the feels are running rampant right
I
now.
Like serious.
So
I'm good. Hey, fellas, it's me. Fellas.
okay, so I want to talk about our show for a second, and I love how people come on and they get comfortable, and like none of us said the word fuck once.
Once.
And she
And then Jess
I
comes
didn't?
on and she goes, fuck it. And I'm like,
Yes.
that's our show. Right. I mean, that is the ultimate sign of comfortability with our show when someone starts dropping the fucking fuck bomb.
Yeah. All of a sudden they become one of the
I didn't
dudes.
mean to drop the fucking
Yeah.
fuck bomb, but that happened because I got ramped up right there. But that happened.
yeah, it's cool. No. Yeah,
It's
totally.
like Rocco from the Boondock Saints all of a sudden.
Oh.
Rocco. R.I.P.
Nombre, do you know
Rocco,
Boondock
man.
Saints?
R.I.P.
What's that?
Rocco.
Nombre, do you know the movie Boondock Saints
I'll be
down in
right-
South Texas?
Well, they're Don Rocco.
Dude.
Maybe,
All right.
maybe I'm John.
No, Nombre's life's about to change. That's a
No.
fact.
You need to watch that the second we get off the air, dude.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
telling
going
you,
to
it's an
sleep.
hour and a half show. It's a mob. Johnsy was taking a piss and
Yeah, it's about these two Irish guys
where we
who
just let
start.
Sorry, Irish. I heard it.
No, it's about these two Irish guys who start capping fucking mobsters and stuff in Boston, dude. It's
They
a
were-
great movie. You gotta
Yeah,
watch
they
it.
were blessed to kill for the greater good, and the
Yeah.
cops weren't even that mad because they were like infiltrating top mafioso meetings and just offing everybody in the most unorthodox, uncasual, funny ways. But it was this is fucking rope.
Don Rocco.
Rev gets that reference. Yeah. Name that. What was the fucking name of the cat, you crazy bitch?
Yeah.
I know. I know we were in the after party, but I just needed to pick her brain. I think I need the people. The people needed to, hear it, man.
Well, it wasn't really the after party whenever she got on. Like, the after party's like a figment of our imagination. It starts when we started. You know?
It's like now.
Like, because, I mean, I went back and looked. And I even made the joke. I'm like, we'll be on there getting the studio set up at 7:30 Texas time. I even made the Texas time reference. So I was like, I hope I didn't say that because I was like, I was freaking. It's no big deal because we go like 3 hours, you know. So I was like really scared, like, oh my god, did I lie to Jess? Did I just fall?
Well, see, if you would have said Texas time, you wouldn't have messed her up, bro. You think I pick on you, but if you just would have said Texas time, you're like,
I did say Texas time.
Maybe the flyer messed her up.
Yeah, I think it was me. I probably fucked it up because I just fuck shit up. That's what I do. But hey, seriously though, okay, top 5. Where would we put that? Where would we put that one? I'm going to go 1 or 2. That was epic.
Yeah,
1 or 2.
I mean, she was like, she was burying people. Like poor Jared, man, he got buried, and then yeah, hey. Don't copy people. What do you want me to tell you?
But it's a seasoning world. It's gonna happen. It's
like everything about her, like she was so nonchalant that she was a massive success in the barbecue world, and like someone that's as humble as that will always have my respect. And the fact that she was like that cool and relatable, awesome. That was.
Oh man, when Rev and her were talking, I was like a tennis game.
Yeah,
right. Straight up.
That's why I grabbed the money and I put it back in my burger. I'm like, yep, this is gonna be a minute. I was like, by the way, the Cleveland whiskey and this honey, pretty solid.
So when are we gonna get our own Dude brand whiskey?
What's that?
When are we gonna get our own Dude brand whiskey?
I don't know.
Hey, speaking of brands, how about
I think if we get like 1 million followers, I think we'd have to have like, I mean, Cleveland whiskey's like in like 16 states, but I think we would need someone that's in 50.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool if it was 17.
Yeah.
I mean, did you not hear him? Like, Nombre's like coming at Cleveland whiskey like it's their fault. They literally said Texas doesn't drink enough bourbon.
What do you mean?
That's what their words, not mine.
It's not about them. It's about the distributors. It's not how that works.
What do you want them to do? Like sit them down there and let their shit collect dust, and they can sit there.
Can we have like Cleveland tequila? Make it in Mexico.
No.
No.
How was that?
No. I'm not anti-tequila guys. I'm not coming at Nombre. Smoked tequila, like a barrel tequila is money.
So if you don't know.
No,
to be called. Give me a second.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
Mr. Handlebars. Mr. Handlebars.
Don't be sorry, Johnsy. Tell him to fuck himself.
To call that liquid tequila, it needs to come from Mexico. That's straight up law.
For it to be tequila, it needs to be made in a certain region of Mexico from blue agave hearts that are roasted and then turned into tequila.
Is money, but why can't we not Americanize it and age it in a barrel? Come on,
because then it's not tequila.
No.
It's It's my version of tequila.
I do not drink tequila except for real tequila.
So
I cannot drink the crap anymore. I cannot.
So don't drink the rock tequila.
I already went through high school once. I don't need to relive that.
Avion.
So tequila is a spirit that's technically called mezcal. Now, all tequila is mezcal because of the ingredients and the process used to make it, but not all mezcal is tequila because of the region that it's made in. And the mezcaleros, the guys who make it, are from a very certain region in Mexico. It's like champagne. Real champagne is only made in Champagne, France. If you get Italian champagne, it's technically Prosecco or sparkling wine, same thing as American. Tequila has to be made in that region of Mexico. That's why we can't make it.
Just like Irish whiskey.
Whiskey has to be made in Ireland. We can make something close to it.
I'm still over the rules of where it's bottled at is the where.
No, it's not just where it's bottled. It's not
where it's made.
Well, but they're like, then you can't make Irish whiskey in the United States.
No,
yes,
sir. You listen. No, listen to me. No, you cannot, because the water that they brew and do stuff with has different minerals. Everything is different. That
You can't get
why
that water
else?
imported
Why
over
else
here in
can
the
you
United
go on?
States?
Hey,
Like
no,
the
listen to
water's
me.
not allowed to leave the country?
No, listen to me. No,
Right now
listen
you
to me.
can't. Biden has everything open.
Now, why on brewing websites and distilling websites do they sell tablets that make the water the same kind of, as close as they can, mock the minerals content of the water in this part of this country and this part of that country, so you can make that kind of beer closest to it, or make that kind of mash that closest to it, if it didn't matter?
Or you
It
could go over
matters.
to Ireland,
No.
take a couple gallon jugs, fill them up with Irish tap water or the water over there that you need, bring it back, make a 5-gallon micro barrel with Irish tap water.
You don't know their process, bro. You don't know how they do it.
I got Rev. I got every process I need. I got Rev. That's a fact.
Can we talk about how Johnsy needs his hands to talk? If we tie his hands up, he won't be able to talk.
Rev,
that's how you gag in Italian, bro.
Yeah, gagging in Italian is not with over its mouth. You tie his hands up, we don't know what to do.
Tie his hands together.
he even had the hands. You watch play back, and he's like,
Rev,
forget about it. Fugazi. Don't make no Fugazi. Don't make no Fugazi Irish whiskey. Yeah, I get it.
Because I'm not a fucking Fugazi. That's why my hands shake.
Well, I don't know, Johnsy. I don't know.
Seriously?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, fine. Whatever.
Why are you coming at him so hard,
Listen, Johnsy. Like, Johnsy books Jess, and he's like, I'm running this ship. I mean, listen to this.
I didn't say
super aggressive tonight, man.
Oh, Johnsy, come on, man.
and Hombre both saw me and how stressed I was.
Yeah, let's recap for all the 1,000 viewers.
Yeah, so let me explain. I'll explain what happened because I'll explain. My timeline was pretty. My timeline, I'll even put myself on the big screen for this. My timeline was pretty epic on.
God, that was who's talking with his hands.
Yeah. So basically, like, I was talking with the wife. We were talking about something. The kid's been like pretty tough the last couple of weeks. And we were sitting there like, how can we get things a little bit better in the house and all this other shit. And it was like 9:40 when we started. And I'm like, plenty of time. And I'm like looking at her and I'm like, I don't want to sit there and like cut off our conversation and be like, yo, babe, I got to go do this show in the middle of a conversation. It's like, I see where your priorities lie. So I didn't want that conversation. So we went like, let's come up with a game plan. Let's do something, this, that. Next thing you know, I look down. I look up at the microwave and she's in mid-sentence, my poor wife, Alyssa. And she's like, I think we should. I'm like, fuck, it's 9:58. Got to go. And I cut her off in mid-sentence, went downstairs. I looked at my phone. I had like Johnsy missed call, Doobie missed call, Nombre, you okay, bro? In the group text. And I was like, oh, shit. I didn't have nothing set. I didn't have a charger for my laptop, man. It was such a mess. I felt so bad, man.
We were ready. I said, guys, if something happened real bad,
right here,
we'll finish
certified.
Yep.
He's only giving you compliments because he gave you a discount code.
Yeah, she didn't give me she didn't even give me the free shipping code. Can we talk about that for a second? But she did say wait on Black Friday. So everybody wants to try the hardcore. Nombre, you're a fucking asshole for putting me on the spot like that. Dude, that was nice. That was nicely played, sir. That was nicely played.
Don't come at
that
me.
Was awesome. He's like, how was hardcore carnivore? And I could have been like all of it, but I'm an honest guy. I want everybody to know.
Hey, and trust me, I guarantee that's what people respected, including her.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I got commitments. It's true, man. I got so many seasons. I mean, hey, January 1st, that all ends.
January 1st, this is a whole new ball game, bud.
I have black and red. I have black and red, but I haven't expanded to any other stuff because I just, people just say, "Hey, Nombre, use our stuff." Make some videos.
And that's a tough.
I need to get another bottle of black. I'm out.
I mean, it's like you try to be supportive, but when you work with companies like Willow, who's got awesome stuff, Redbeard Seasoning, who's got awesome stuff. I mean,
dude,
it's tough. It's
hard, man. There's
so many. Like Willow,
blessed, dude.
Like, for example, and everybody's got their, and I don't work with, and that's my thing. If I work with a company,
I love it.
And then another company comes in and they have similar flavor profiles, you don't get it. Like, I'm not going to come with you because, like, I'm loyal to that flavor profile already. You know, like if I like it, like, yeah, I might try it, but like at the end of the day, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And
I know exactly what you mean. I'm telling you, because as soon as I tasted the SPG, and this isn't just bias. This is long before any kind of anything happened. That high elevation SPG changed my whole. That is like one of my. And the feisty lime, man, I'm telling you.
After Johnsy's done, go ahead now, Bray. Sorry, go ahead, Johnsy.
No. I'm just that was it right there. So good.
It's funny you talking about which one grew to the top for you, right?
Yeah.
So hear me out. Feisty lime. I don't know.
Amen, dude.
I don't know if it's because I'm Hispanic or Texan or what.
So good, dude.
Dude, today I made shrimp tacos with a wife and I put down some half jalapeno, a quarter onion. I don't even know if that's a quarter. Just, you know what I mean. I chopped it up, got those softened. I threw in some bacon, and then I threw in the shrimp chopped up, and I put some festy lime on it. Man, I put that in some corn tortillas, some avocado slices, and some mango pico. Oh, dude, that feisty lime, it's climbing. It's climbing. I like it.
So
probably number one.
Yeah,
probably number one.
Yeah, I mean, hey, the feisty lime. I did the feisty lime wings last week when I did that like fresh lemon squeeze over top of them.
Yeah, money, right? Money.
Boy,
I know. I got a lemon tree out back. It's money.
I mean, I'm
not
right
trying
now,
to make
the next wings I'm doing, I want it known for the record right now. I've never seen these wings done before. So this is going to be something new. And it got me motivated with the citrus. I think I'm going to do a lemon cream sauce tossed chicken wing.
Ooh.
Think about
it. So
you're
going to do like a lemon Alabama barbecue sauce style?
I'm talking like your best Alfredo, like lemon Alfredo, like Italian, like lemon pepper, like feisty lemon.
No,
and like,
no.
But I want to do like the lemon cream. Okay, wait. Okay, Rev, I take it back. I know you're going to get mad at me. Alfredo's not Italian. Sorry. Calm down, Mufasa.
It's not.
Calm the
but
fuck
you
down.
can't do that.
He had that crazy look in his eye. I don't need it. So
you don't want to do that
like
thick of cream either.
Yeah, like a lemon cream sauce tossed in the wings with like some coarse like pepper and stuff like a lemon pepper.
If you're gonna do that, do like a carbonara sauce because you don't want.
Thank you. You want it
like
thinner,
heavy cream, and you don't want the butter because it's gonna congeal and it's gonna have a weird texture. Especially when you add the lemon juice, like fresh squeezed lemon juice to it, it's gonna curdle the fucking cream, dude.
Yeah, before
you're gonna make like a fucking mind eraser.
So how do they do it? I mean, there's a recipe.
Way before you get to cook anything, it'll curdle just from the lemon juice.
Dude, I'm telling you, do a carbonara sauce, which is just like egg yolks and butter.
Yep.
And it's already got acidity.
Do a butter. Try to do like a butter sauce, but a carbonara would be even better because
it'll give you the same creamy richness that you're looking for, but you're not gonna have the fat content in the cream to worry about curdling.
You can't do the cream, man. Do you know what ceviche is? Have you ever seen true ceviche?
Yeah.
Do you know what ceviche is?
Yeah, I've had it. I can't remember though, Johnsy. Honestly,
it's shrimp or fish.
Oh, crab. Ceviche. Okay, ceviche. Yeah. It's cooked with acid. It's cooked with acid.
It's only you let it sit because it all cooks with the citric acid from the limes or the lemons.
Yeah, read the fishmonger we've had on here is big on it.
If you do that, if you put that acidity level in cream, you will curdle it long before you get to make anything you want.
Well, I thought about just tossing it in it. That's what I was.
That's the thing. You'll coat it, and then you'll have the lemon juice. And it's gonna curdle on your fucking wings, dude.
Exactly. It doesn't matter when
we gotta talk about this because I'm onto something here, boys.
It doesn't. Carbonara. Rev gave you the answer. Yeah, it's either that or you just do. If you do butter.
So continuing the conversation, think of this, boys. This whole concept has not been done. We have all these like chicken pasta sauce recipes, right? Get rid of the pasta, make the sauce, toss it in the wings. Why has nobody done this?
You'll see.
Yeah.
I'm
Just hold on a
serious.
second.
No, I'm
Hold
dead
on a
serious.
second.
Am I
You'll see.
crazy?
You'll see.
Am I crazy?
You'll see.
I mean, I'm dead serious though. Has anybody done like a Alfredo wing?
Do you want to know why?
I mean, I guess. Yeah, actually, not I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because
So-
this is how my brain works. Like, what
I
can
know,
do
but
differently?
something-
And I'm sitting there
yeah.
thinking like pasta sauces as wing sauce.
So
Not yeah.
why
Rev.
why do we
Rev.
like chicken wings? Because of the sauce that's on them, right? So when you're
Yeah.
tossing your wings in the sauce has components that make it stick to the wing. Okay? When you're talking about Italian sauces like Alfredo sauce or marinara sauce, there's always butter, there's always cream, or there's always olive oil in them, right?
It will
So when you
not
toss it, it's not going to stay on the wings.
ever gonna stick.
You're going to toss it.
I want to adopt that recipe. It's going to
So
happen.
listen, no,
Why-
listen.
why-
What you want to do is make a wing that would be good, that would taste good with Alfredo, and then you dip it in there.
Yeah.
Like instead
So
of
why
using
don't
the
you add the
ranch,
cheese?
you
Why don't
dip
you add
it.
more cheese?
Hey, I'm with Willow.
Because it's gonna separate.
Why can't we have a mound of wings and then drizzle the sauce on top?
That's
Or
fine.
drizzle-
It'll fall right off.
different.
Or crazy fucking concept that we've never heard of: make a dipping sauce. I mean, why can't we not do a dipping sauce?
Did I
That's
not
what-
just say that?
I didn't hear you, Johnsy. I love you, and I'm sorry.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
So that's what
I
Johnson
was
just
hyped
said.
up on Willow's comment. I went full like unicorn.
I know,
focus
but
on
for
Willow's
literally,
comment, and
like,
everything you said
like-
went.
But here's the
Hey,
thing.
listen.
When
90
you drizzle the
seconds.
sauce on, it's not the same as tossing it. That's
Exactly.
different.
Okay, well, it don't
Yeah.
matter as long as the wings have that taste of Italian pasta sauce on it. I don't give a fuck.
And here's the thing. If you use a marinara sauce or an Alfredo sauce, you're not going to have crispy wings.
I'm not talking marinara. I'm talking like roasted tomatoes
Oh,
and
chicken
like garlic
parmesan on the
and
go.
broth and like lemon pepper and like
Okay,
I
no,
don't know, like
yeah,
even
yeah,
like
You're onto
Americanized,
something
like
there.
even Americanized things. Like why can't we put that on the chicken wing? That's what I want to know.
Because of the
To the guys
components
telling me they
in
are
the
right.
sauce.
I'm going to disagree. I will find a way around their rules.
Tony.
You're not going
Listen.
to have a chicken wing. It's
You
not going to be
can't-
crispy. You're not going to have the sauce coating it. It's not
Is
going to be
it
the
not
same
a-
texture.
Is it not a leg or a drum? I mean, am I
You mean a
missing
flat?
something? Did it automatically become a chicken breast?
You're not getting
A
it.
wing's a wing, boys.
There-
A wing's a
yes,
wing.
No,
but there is
it's not going to have the same textural component as chicken wings as we know them. It's not the same.
I guess
I'm
I'm
gonna
here to
feed you
change the
wing
world.
tips.
I'm here to change the world. Be prepared.
Yeah,
Okay.
You can try.
give that guy.
I'll
the
help
tips.
you. Whatever you need.
But
We can talk
listen.
about it.
Rev,
No,
you
no.
know I'm going to be sitting
Rev.
like facing and be like,
No,
I fucked up.
Tony, you're now you are trying to mix. You're trying to overcome the laws of chemistry at this point.
It's been done before.
No,
Like-
these
Hey, look,
things.
Isaac Newton
like-
did it. Why can't I? What's different
Isaac-
from him? What did Isaac Newton have? I can't even
Oh,
say it.
we need to
What
stop
What
right
is-
there.
What does
Tony,
Isaac
no,
Newton
no.
have that I? Yeah, I can't.
Tony,
I
stop
can't.
right there because you're so far off. That's just getting really
Hey,
bad
Tony, I
for
think
you.
on
Johnsy, yeah,
Sunday-
I'm not far off. I'm on to something, and I will change your mind. I don't want to.
Isaac Newton had nothing to
Johnsy,
do with
the red,
chemistry. The apple
no
fell on
red.
his head, dork.
You're
No,
coming up
you
next,
got-
but no, hey,
You got
Johnsy
you got
and
me
Rev are going to be
brainstorming.
kissing the ring in a week.
Check it out. Chicken Parmesan wings.
Dad.
I'm
already
gonna
do
get the
that.
drum.
You can
Already
get him
do
at
that.
a
I'm
wing
gonna
stop.
get the drum. Get the drums, fillet it open, cook it, put the sauce in there, put cheese on top, and bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, I already do that. That's not
Like
new.
a chicken. That's like making
Oh,
a chicken
Fuck you,
parm
Rev.
in a wing.
Fuck you, Rev.
Yeah, fuck
Hey,
you,
you-
Rev.
Nombre.
What do you know?
You're like 2 peas in a pod. Fuck
No,
you.
nombre.
Yeah.
Essentially, you're talking about taking like butterflying a leg or a wing or whatever and making a chicken parm on it.
I'm jumping in the
Yeah.
turtle.
Since me and
That's-
Nombre are on the same team and you two are on the same team, it makes sense
Hey.
to change the cameras.
No, here's a news flash for you. That's not a fucking wing.
You got drums and you got flats, bro. You're talking chicken wings. They're just wings that are cooked and tossed in sauce.
Thank you.
That's what you're talking about for chicken wings.
If you go outside that,
What Nombre's talking about is something called chicken lollipops, where you fillet the meat. Yeah,
or
because
butterfly chicken. You said butterfly.
I don't think
not lollipops.
I think we're. Okay, hang on. I think we're all talking about the literal chicken wing and flats, right?
Listen,
flats or drums.
Yes, we were. Yes, we were. No,
when did
then
that
we were.
change?
Stop it. Then we were, and then Nombre brought up laying open like butterfly in a leg. And basically building a chicken parm, but with sauce and then cheese, on it, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Dead on.
But drummies, not leg, drummies.
Okay, drummies.
Little drummies.
Then it's no longer a chicken wing. It is now a chicken parm on a small drummy.
Those are called chicken lollipops.
I think Johnsy's sipping on some serious surf.
So if a girl has a dildo, you call her a man, or you call her a girl with a dildo?
Yeah, I don't know, Johnsy. We're not the chicken wing doesn't identify as a small drumstick at that point.
Yes, it does. They're called flats and they're called drumettes.
Boom. Exactly. They're not even called rounds or whatever. They're drumettes.
So I don't know. I think you guys are making up some fucking bullshit on this.
Go look it up, dude.
Basically, what you're doing is you're taking the Americanized term of the firm wing and you're turning it and twisting it to your own version of it, and that's bullshit. So I'm not buying it. Anyway, next topic.
Sorry, we're spitting facts, and you want to live in delusion.
It's not facts. You're changing an American. No, Johnsy, I'm
so aggressive.
No. I am going to be aggressive on this one because Johnsy needs to be called out.
Rev, I'll settle it. I'll settle it. You get some Willow's sweet.
Hold on.
I don't give a fuck.
Hold on. Rev, we'll do an episode about wings and we'll prove them all
Who
wrong.
muted my mic? Who muted my mic? That's what I want to know. So
I was trying to do a Willow plug. There goes your fucking discount.
Yeah, Johnny 2022 is no longer effective. It is now Night Train Lane 2022 for 20% off. So fuck you, Johnsy. And so no.
Okay.
I have a serious listen.
Sure. What you got?
So what we're talking about here is we have Americanized the term chicken wings.
Sure.
My idea was how to Americanize chicken wings with another Americanized Italian thing. And you're saying just because I do something different with a chicken wing, which is a drumette, which we have bundled into the chicken wing, now that we've changed it, you guys are going to determine yourselves to pull that back out of the chicken wing category and name it their own little special thing. Or you can't just cook a chicken wing a different style because it's not American. I'm really confused.
No, of course you can. It's just the fact that you're not going to be able to have the sauce on the wing like you want it.
So it automatically makes it not a chicken wing? You never
I'm saying
that's not what I said.
Tony,
it's not going to be the same.
I feel like I'm getting hit on here in an unfair way.
Tony, I was saying what Nombre was suggesting, filleting it open and then putting sauce and melting cheese doesn't make it. Well, if
is that not a chicken wing? You're not working with a chicken wing, doing it a different way? In the world of all the different shit on social media, we can't change a chicken wing and it not be a chicken wing?
You can, but it's called something different.
I got questions.
Yes, it's called something different.
I'm not buying it. Nombre, team you on this one.
Hey, listen. Then why is it called whatever here, but it's a bavette in France?
I'm telling you right now, if I eat a tiny ass chicken drum, I'm not calling it a fucking I ate a drumstick. I can tell you that right now. I ate a chicken.
I'm telling you. When you order them through any food service company, they're called paddles and drumettes. You either get
so when you order 3 drumsticks at a restaurant, you're going to get 3 butterfly drumettes because you wanted a butterfly with cream cheese in it.
No, what?
I mean, that's what you guys are saying. It's no longer. No. I mean, if you take a drumette and split it open, it's no longer a chicken wing. Is that what
that's because it's called something different.
Yes,
but we
that's all we're saying.
But technically, we don't have a chicken wing. We have flat.
Technically, yeah, you don't eat the wings because there's no meat on the wings. So technically, the wings are just bones.
I feel like we just wasted so much time.
We really did.
When you're
talking about butterflying the drumettes. In the restaurant industry, you make hors d'oeuvres out of those called chicken lollipops, where you strip the meat off, butterfly
Now,
them, and
where I
package it or
come from,
something else.
chicken lollipops are from chicken drumsticks.
See, it depends on what size. So for like appetizers,
anything I've ever seen, like a chicken lollipop, and we've seen on social media, chicken lollipop is a full drumstick.
yeah, but when you're doing hors d'oeuvres, when you're doing single bites, you use the drumettes because they're smaller.
I've never in my I've been to a lot of parties in my life. I have never seen that ever.
Oh yeah, I've totally done them.
Ever. And if somebody gave that to me, I'd be like, "Oh, cool, chicken wings."
You're like, yeah, I need 40 of these fucking things.
When you saw that, would somebody be like, "I made you chicken lollipops"? I was like, "Oh, cool, drumsticks." Like, I mean, would you say drumsticks, or would you say, "Oh, cool, chicken wings"?
Chicken wings. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so what are we talking about? I don't get it. I'm so lost. Holy shit!
I think Tony's brain needs a hug.
No, put up the comment from Willow. Put the last comment up from Willow.
Yeah, right here.
There are
The
three
tip.
parts.
The tip.
Good
Rev
wing.
can have it. He can have the tip.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, that's Johnsy. Johnsy's in California. They're all about just the tip. Flat and drumette.
Thank you, Willow Seasonings, for saying the same thing I said for the past 20 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
You
they're
think
all
he's on your side?
No, okay, no.
You never called it a flat.
That's right.
That's exactly
You
what I
all
said.
out of the wing. So if you take
You
your
never called it a
drumette
flat.
and split it open and stuff it with something, it's still part. It's a stuffed drumette of a chicken wing.
But you would call that something else.
No, Rev shook his head because he knew I got him on that one. That's bullshit.
No.
Both of you.
No, he didn't. No,
No.
he's saying
No.
you're wrong again.
No, you guys are wrong. Absolutely.
Dude, okay, listen. If I take a chicken
Tony's
breast, and I
dying on
smash
this
it-
hill tonight.
Listen,
Yeah, I'll fucking take one to the face with a
so I have a chicken breast. I have a chicken breast, and then I put sauce on it, and I melt cheese, and it's now chicken parm. Right?
made
You call
with
it
a
chicken
chicken
parm.
breast.
You call it chicken parm. You don't say, "Oh, can I get the chicken breast with sauce and cheese?" It's called chicken parm. You would just call it something else. You wouldn't call it a wing, because wings, the dish is wings fried, tossed in sauce.
So what would you call a drummy that's stuffed?
Whatever you decide, because I've never seen it before.
You guys are calling drummies. Like we don't use that term. It's a wing.
No, there's a flat and there's a drum.
Flat or a drum. We call it a flat
Exactly.
or a drum. We don't call it a flatty. We don't call it a drummy. We don't call it.
Now, when you say wing, you're talking about the tip, the flat, and the drummy still intact.
Yeah,
Like a Mexican
anybody
butcher
that's
shop.
done chicken lollipops has done the full size back leg chicken leg.
You
But
mean
that's
airline
like-
chicken?
Romney, why are you raising it? I mean, that's not what we're talking about. That's a wing. That's not a wing.
No. I thought
Tony, you
asked-
mean
I thought
airline
you
chicken?
asked who has done that.
Dude, look up a chicken lollipop
No.
on social media. Name one person
Stop.
on there that's done a chicken drumette. Name one person that's done a chicken drumette.
No.
I will wait.
Time
I
out,
will
dude.
wait.
I said I thought you asked who has done them, so I raised my hand.
Oh,
Good grief, calm down, bro.
okay. I was like, whoa. I was like, dude, I know I'm good on that one. My bad. I was like, I'll fucking kill somebody on this
I
one.
know. Yeah.
We've gone far down into this rabbit hole of chicken
This
wings
is bad
or
one.
non-chicken
Okay.
wings or whatever the fuck we're gonna call them.
This shit never
French
happened.
fries. French fries is a wedge categorized as a French fry. Potato wedge.
I'm an American. I call them freedom fries.
Freedom fries, bro, all day long.
Till the day I die.
You're talking about bullets. You're talking about bullets.
Yeah.
Those
We
are
don't
freedom
call it
seeds, no
hamburgers,
break.
We call them freedom burgers.
These are freedom seeds, freedom.
Yeah. What's up, little kid? They own freedom. Hope he didn't hear the last 6 words that came out of my mouth.
He lives at my house. Nobody cares, dude.
Okay, yeah, it's at the trailer park. That's common language there.
Can we get a free plug on Johnsy's flag? Oh no, he did.
Poor Jones, man. I came at him hard a couple times tonight, and he was like, "Whoa."
Like you were serious.
I don't understand the chicken. I want to. I don't. If I don't understand something, I
Dad,
fight it.
I'm going to make a stack
I did.
of radars.
Yep.
I'm gonna make a stack of bread.
Oh no. All right. We got a little too much background noise there on that one. Whoop. Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. That's so all right. All hostility over chicken wings aside, I'm right and they're all wrong except for Nombre because he's team me. So boys, before we wrap this up here tonight, and Tubi, no Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Mama's right.
Thank you.
You guys doing anything? So what are we doing cool this weekend? I mean, anything cool on the cooks? I don't think I got to do some. I'm actually going to ask for your guys' advice at the on mine, so I'll let y'all go first.
So one of my friends just got a deer and gave me 10 pounds of venison, so I'm gonna be doing all kinds of cool stuff with that.
I can't wait to see what you do with that.
Rev, you know I'm a venison guy. You know I'm a big venison guy. And if you want a good season for some venison, I'm glad you brought that up, because if I was to buy a seasoning strictly for venison, I'll go with the wild game rum from Redbeard seasoning.
Woo, let's go,
Hell yeah,
buddy.
And then if I wanted to save a little bit of money, I'd use the Dude Network, TDN all capitalized, for 10% off, which is basically free shipping. What?
Crazy.
What? I can't hear you.
All
right.
I got it.
So Rev's doing venison, solid. Johnsy.
Yes. I'm probably gonna bust out. I got some carne asada, thin sliced beef for marinated in Willow's Feisty Lime. Shout out Willow's.
Nice.
Johnsy 2022 for a little discount.
So what kind of meat?
What
kind of meat is it?
I think they cut the tri-tip. That's what I think they use.
Okay.
At the store I get it from.
So, isn't carne asada the action of what you're doing to the meat?
Yeah, exactly. But that's what they call it. That's what it's all called out here.
Carne asada blend on Twitter, and they're like, "Well, that's not carne asada." I'm like, "It's a fucking blend." I'm like, "What do you want me to do?" It's like, anyway, go ahead, Johnsy.
No, it's just that's what they call thin sliced beef out here for tacos. Is this? That's what if you want it, it's just a big slab of meat, and it's different. Sometimes it looks like chuck roast thin sliced. Sometimes it looks like tri-tip thin sliced. I'm not sure which one. I think the one I got this time is thin sliced tri-tip, but I pulled a Tony. I've been pulling a Tony the last 2 weeks, and pulling a Tony, not pulling Tony.
You could, John, if you wanted to. I just want you to know that.
Hey, we'll talk about it next year at the meetup. You know what I mean?
Reach around talk tonight, like we always do. What the fuck's that mean?
A little reach around.
Well, I mean, later.
All right. Oh, my bad.
So
later next year. I got it.
Yeah. So
that's the Dude Network.
I've been hitting the local grocery store's been having fat deals, 5 for $5, and they've been trays of chicken, all kinds of stuff.
No fat shaming.
And I've just been stocking my freezer, and they had all these thin sliced tri-tip carne asadas. I know, Nombre. I know.
That's all good.
Cooking beef.
Hey, we're not going to come at you like you would come at us on chicken wings, because we're better people than that. But go ahead.
Dude, all I was saying is that the dish would be called something different.
It's over.
Anyway.
People settle.
I know I'm going to do some of that, and I'll probably bust out some chicken quarters because I haven't been able to find them in so freaking long, and I'm excited to do some whole chicken quarters. So
there you go. Hey, chicken quarters are money, dude, because you get the
I know
and the drums.
Exactly, and it's all one piece.
And you can buy like a 10-pound bag for like $15. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, I was getting like 8 pounds for $5. It was great.
Yeah, that's
it was a smoking deal.
That's like 70 cents a pound, dude.
It was miraculous, dude. When I
Bro,
they had
that's
5
something
for
we can't talk about because then everybody else is gonna be like, "Hey, this is amazing," and then we're gonna be paying like $400 a pound for this shit.
Johnsy,
No.
Johnsy, what he really meant was it was $1.79 a pound. That's what he meant to say.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at math. It was $2.19, I think. But
It
was
wasn't
a really
even a good deal, Johnsy. It was a terrible deal. You just had to buy it.
It's all they had, so you had to pay for it.
Meat's just so expensive. It was an all right deal.
Yeah,
and I
it
felt
was the
like I
last
was
piece
stealing,
available.
You know?
Yeah. It was bad. It was real bad.
I felt like I was stealing. Is what I'm getting at.
Ooh, I'm telling.
I felt like Nombre. Felt like.
Yeah. Nombre, what are you doing
up
this
to,
weekend,
bud?
big boss man?
So, man, the wife said make something. I can't remember. I don't pay attention. Anyways,
Food.
How do you keep her?
After what we just looked at, Nombre's knows where the berries are bodied. That's all I know.
You're right.
What I want to do is I want to get some Cornish hens.
Oh,
and I want to stuff those buttholes with a lot of boudin and smoke them up.
Ooh,
Nice.
Everyone likes a good
wow,
boudin stuff.
nice.
That's a
Hey,
fact.
Yeah.
you know what, Nombre? You are a fucking legend on the grill, bro. You do some badass stuff, man.
He really is.
I appreciate it.
We
Just having
are,
fun, man.
like,
Just having fun.
I feel like we take advantage of like the open fire expertise that's on this show every week sometimes.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
It doesn't
that's
come
why
up a lot. It really doesn't. Open fire does not come up much.
Well, I had to share Nombre. It was an Cookie did a while back, but he was just pulling this pig apart. It was your wife's birthday, I think you did it for, right?
Oh, that was at Treaty Oak. That's a recent pig.
Yeah, that was the loin. Are you talking about the loin?
Oh, that was the recent video where you pulled it? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that
well, anyway.
loin was money, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, it's badass, dude. I love it. I
appreciate it.
We are, I will be the first one to say, we are truly blessed to have Nombre on here every week, and that'll be the nicest thing I ever say to him on camera. Anyway.
What are you up to this weekend, Tony?
So I got this deal working with Clement Sausage, who is the official sausage of the Milwaukee Bucks. And they sent me a package, like multiple packages of these pre-cooked brats out of Wisconsin.
Right, you were telling us about that.
Yeah, they're like gray, but you have to still cook them again. Like they're like boiled or something, but you got to like to get their flavor, you got to cook them again.
Yeah.
So I need to do something epic. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're saying this is one of those deals. I'll talk about the deal we got going on right now. If everybody wants to know like what's going on in the world of like social media deals, I'll tell you on this one. I was working with Clement Sausage, and I want everybody to know this story because this is the shit like creators go through.
Here we go.
Getting a brand deal. So we had a really good thing going with Clement Sausage. Me being a meat guy, I reached out to a lot of sausage companies, and they're like, "Hey, we love the whole dude network, dude food idea." And I looked, and it's Clement Sausage, the official provider of the Milwaukee Bucks. If you go to Milwaukee Bucks games, you get sausage.
Come on now. That's
awesome. Yeah. So I was like, okay, definitely want this deal. So the lady's like, hey, we're going to send you 6 manufacturers coupons. Go get some raw brats. And I'm like, great. She sent them down to me. I went on the store locator after I got these like coupons for like 6 free manufacturer packages of Clement's. And it was like, I'll do the big screen on this. And so it was like, I get this nice letter in the mail with all these postcards. It's like, hey, we're really looking forward to Dude Network. It's a big part of our Dude Food's a big part of what our 2023 marketing campaign is. And I'm like, holy shit, like, let's go. Like, I can really cool with this. So I go all the way out to Indiana to the one store that's got the raw brats. Drive like I'm out on work and it's like 3 hours, 4 hours away from home. The gas station's no longer even in the town. That's how up there. I was like, fuck. So I get her home and they're like, listen, that lady is no longer with us. I'm new. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, you got this shit. Like, what's this? And I'm like, well, here's what I said. I took a picture of this postcard and I'm like, this is what the last person told me. If you want to cancel me, fine. I get it. So this. So everybody keep in mind, I got these gift cards, and this is now like 4 weeks. I don't even know if I have like anything to cook at this point. So this is the shit I'm going through. So they finally like end up sending me like the lady's like she's like, I looked at your page. I see why the last lady thought of you. Great. We're gonna send you these pre-cooked brats. Not the raw brats. Still not the raw brats. So I can clearly get like an hour from my house. So they send me all these like pre-cooked brats. And I'm like, okay, I got more brats. Plus I still have the 6 coupons. Like, let's go.
Hey, send it.
So now this weekend, I have to take one of these packs of brats and do something epic. So the long story of the situation is that, so that's the build-up going into this cook. So obviously, I got to go all the fuck out because I got thrown on the next. So everybody listening, I had one social media manager. I got another social media manager with the same company. So you can make a deal and the deal could go away because the person that made the deal with you is no longer there and they didn't have the authority to make that original deal. And then you have to win over the next person, which normally like shit goes awry. So like
that sounds like a wrestling storyline.
Dude, it was like
Right.
so now I'm asking you guys, here's what I'm thinking on the brat, because I gotta go next level. So think about making candied bacon, making a slit in it, stuffing candied bacon inside the brat, and then wrapping it and baking it and cooking it. Or I was sitting there thinking about doing like sweet peppers, red onions, some melted cheese, and some like some really good Dijon mustard, like Branch Barbecue Fieldhouse mustard. So my question is to you guys, I need you guys to get the most creative morsel in your body, and Rev, you're going to go last on this one because I don't want like I need Nombre starting you counterclockwise. What should I do with these sausages outside of my idea? Motivate me, sell me. Go, Nombre.
Okay, listen. You're gonna need to go get a hoagie bread. Hoagie bread, cut it in half. Since it's pre-cooked, not pre-cooked or semi-cooked, wherever it is, take it out of the casing. You're gonna cut the bread in half. You're gonna put that meat. You're gonna put that meat on top of that bread loaf. You're gonna put it down, face down on the grill.
I love
Cook it. Finish the meat. Bring it meat side up. Put some cheese on top. Whatever else you want to put toppings on it. Let that finish and melt off. Eat it. You have Cleveland choripan. Something.
Yeah, I like it.
I love it.
I'm gonna go do that myself now.
No, that's
Right,
Nombre.
I might be doing that
I
this
respect
weekend.
all of you guys. I give you all shit all the time, but I respect all of your opinions. That's why you're here. Johnsy, what do you got?
I'm a little ashamed to go second, man. I was gonna say what you suggested and go like the traditional brat route and just make it big and banging with the peppers and onions and the mustard sauce. Because I'm not a big peppers and onions guy, but I did. You guys know I love Italian sausage. I did some Italian sausage. I did peppers and onions, man, and I'm sold on it, man. I'm sold on it. So I was gonna say go kind of original.
Nombre, yes.
Sorry, Rev. Another idea.
Ooh, double feature.
Get a turkey syringe. Get Willow's mustard or Willow's barbecue sauce. Water it down slightly. Okay, take that back. Apple cider it down slightly. Inject it.
Yes.
Wrap it in bacon. Smoke it up. So when you take a nice bite, it splooges.
Oh, I like. Hey, just
dude, no bread. That is okay. That is getting. Yep.
Yeah. Don't clip the part I said, Johnsy.
Dude, that is nombre.
Here's the worst idea of the night. Make a brat dude pizza with pineapple on it. And that's how you lose a sponsorship. Willow Seasonings can no longer be found on the Dude Network. Denver Broncos suck. And
they do.
They do. You lied. You paid for those reviews. It's not that good.
Russell Wilson's hard.
Hey,
David, why did you have to come with the pineapple?
I got questions immediately.
Why did you have to come with the pineapple?
Yeah, I mean, he made his bed. Fucking lie in it.
No, I know. That's why I say everything.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you, Johnsy. I'm adding on to what you said. Yeah.
Until the pineapple.
The pineapple, bro.
Pineapple. fucking pineapple. You want to get on my shit list? Bring up pineapple.
Yeah, I'm
Rev,
with you.
Go.
Okay.
Right.
So here's my idea.
I'm excited for this.
Take your brats, and first you're going to start by poaching them in beer. And do like a good beer. Do like a stout or like a red ale. Okay?
Oh, wow.
And while those are poaching, you're going to make something called douchois. It's a Vietnamese condiment that is shredded daikon radishes and carrots with salt, vinegar, and a little bit of sugar as a topping, right? So once your brats are done poaching in your beer, wrap them in some of that beef bacon that you have, and then smoke that, right? Take your hoagie rolls and use some really good mustard, right?
Like Branch Fieldhouse.
Like Fieldhouse mustard from Branch Barbecue. Shout out.
Beat you to the punch.
Put your brats wrapped in bacon after they're done smoking, and your hoagie roll, top it with the douchois. And if you want to add a little bit something extra, then saute some
extra.
Yeah, saute some onions in a really good bourbon, and you caramelize them down so you get caramelized bourbon onions on top.
Don't you mean like some good bourbon like Cleveland whiskey?
Where can we get that bourbon, Tony?
Well, you can
for the record,
you can go to the store locator on clevelandwhiskey.com and it'll tell you exactly where you can find it, John. That's a great question.
So that's what I would do.
know.
You know, hey, saute some pineapple. You know who else likes pineapple? Russell fucking Wilson. That's who likes fucking pineapple. Russell fucking Wilson. And always
I got a hard question, Tony.
You know,
hard question.
Russell Wilson was a Super Bowl winning quarterback until he put pineapple on pizza, and then he went to Denver. Go ahead, Nombre.
Really, Nombre?
Go ahead, Nombre.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
You have to eat pineapple on your pizza. What do you pair it with?
A dumpster fire.
I would say burnt pubic hairs.
Oh, no.
Burnt latex and sadness, bro.
Rev, what do you have to pair it with something.
No.
I know my answer right now. I can give you it. Two things.
Nope. If that's not clipped, I don't know what is.
There's only one kind of pizza in the Revs world. Everyone knows it's the Kevin McAllister.
It's the cheese pizza.
Cheese
and
pizza.
I'll tell you, if I ever eat pineapple on pizza, it'll be paired with two things: shame and regret.
Fucking tears.
Yes.
So hear me out.
All right, hey, Nombre, please, let everybody. Nombre, please go ahead.
So, at this recent event, they said, here's some pineapples. Yeah, we'll do some drunken pineapples. Like, well, no, don't make them all. Integrate them with food. I said, well, fuck, I got pork. So what I did was we cooked up the pineapples. You know, the husk got all black. We cut the husk off. We cut up the pineapple. I threw it in that pork. And I put it in a corn tortilla with some coleslaw. It was vinegar based. Now it got me questioning: should I try pizza and the Canadian bacon pineapple?
No,
dude, that was delicious. I was like,
we bought him off the island.
It was good. It was. You need to restrict his power on what he has. We don't need his raspy ass voice controlling the fucking controls either.
I'm sorry. I am sorry.
I was with you with tequila, man.
Yeah, we were all on board.
Good. Now, you know what? I get it. You can make pineapple salsa delicious.
No,
like some habaneros, some really strong peppers, some good citrus blends in there, some roasted pineapple. Sure. But pizza?
No.
I
will agree with Nombre. No, I barbecued pizza over rotis. Wow, that is.
We gotta clip that, right? I think I just sneezed into a fucking whiskey. Okay, we're good on the whiskey. No, Thursday, we're good on the whiskey. Dude, how bad did that look? Because it snuck up on me.
That was awesome. It looked like you lost all control of yourself.
I definitely did. Okay, Johnsy, I'm texting you now at what time that was because we were clipping it, and that is going to be maybe the head of the
That was
new show.
2:15, 2:16. That was 2:15, 2:16.
The surprised look.
I can't even believe
All right,
Dude.
21.
You didn't even see it.
19.
You didn't even see it, Tony.
It's still hanging off my nose. I want
Dude,
everybody to see. Look at this.
No.
It is everywhere. There is snot and shit.
Not
everywhere.
even that one. Let's talk about the one that shot out and went through your leg, bro.
It didn't go in my drink, which I don't give a fuck about my leg. As long as it didn't go into Cleveland whiskey.
I can't breathe.
And
Oh my
I ain't
God.
gonna lie, if it was in the Cleveland whiskey, I'd probably still drink it. If we're being honest.
I would have too. I'm just, that's me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna take a step aside for a hot second, and
Oh my gosh.
right in my
dude.
nose.
No,
So I'll be
that
right
is
back.
on the
gonna
show,
be-
gentlemen. That's why
that
it's a
is-
great way. It's a great way to close
Dude.
the show.
I thought he almost fell off his chair, bro.
Oh,
Like he looked legit scared.
I mean, if we're gonna close the show, I'll wait. If we're gonna close the show, I'll wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're at 2
I
hours
mean,
and 20 minutes.
we're at-
Actually,
yeah,
it's time to close the fucking show.
this has
show
been a
is-
banger, man.
It's been a banger.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been fighting, there's been loving, there's been yelling, there's
Been a slobber knocker.
There have been
Yeah,
Australian.
Locals,
Hey, we see Mokos like we ain't never seen before.
never seen him
Yeah,
before.
look at us, man. Because like we had Australian on Australian crime on our show, and I think that's a first.
And we flew to the moon with that snot
told,
rocket.
when she thanked Jared, when she told Jared he could thank her for her activated charcoal, that was an Australian on Australian crime.
She said
He can thank me.
anybody,
Who puts
But
activated
most-
charcoal?
but for sure anyone from Australia. That she was the first one. That's why I said that when I brought it up.
Bring up, hey Brent, watch her body language when she.
Oh, dude.
She's serious right there, bro.
Yeah,
Check it out.
that one, I don't know. Hey, Johnsy, we probably don't need. We're not going to clip that one.
No, I know.
Hey, as much as I want to stir up the gods and get it. to
No,
the
I
somebody's
know,
throat,
I know. I wouldn't.
Hey, there are some 99% of the shows would clip that moment and push it. But we're not.
No,
that
I
show.
wouldn't do that to either one of them. That's not
No,
our job.
We're just not that show. We're
That's-
people loving people, man.
Hey, it's not our job. She
Burley.
she has that.
Clip it and tag
Burley.
it. Burley.
Yeah, Burley.
Burley.
Hey, Burley.
What's up?
Hey, can we acknowledge that we have the best outlet for our content that we can't use and put it just like, hey, Burley, send us.
Hey,
Oh,
shout
He's like
out
our
to
assassin. He's like our assassin. Here's the
Right?
assassin.
Yeah. That
Burley's
dude's
awesome.
awesome.
Oh man. I appreciate you all. You guys are
Hey,
awesome.
hell
You
of a
guys have
show,
a great
guys.
weekend.
Hell of
Happy
a show.
Halloween. Happy
Yes.
Spectacular.
Happy
Everybody
Halloween,
have fun with
guys.
their kids, getting a bunch of candy that they don't need and deserve, all that good stuff. So everybody
Give
have
my
a good
kids
one.
Laffy Taffy. Hopefully it's strawberry.
Oh yeah.
Hey, no, shout out to the parents who are going to win this weekend as
Yeah.
well, right?
Shout out to
Ray?
the tax system
Come
for
on,
the kids.
guys.
Hey,
know
kids
it.
got to get taxed. They need to learn. Shout out to that.
That tax is real.
Amen.
Hot toddy. Let's go. All right,
Hey.
boys. We're out. We'll see you guys next week. Hey, by the way, next week, Big K's Barbecue and Dirty Jersey Barbecue doubleheader next week.
Hey,
Oh, Big
Dirty
K.
Jersey, let's
Whoa,
go.
Let's go.
Yep.
Boom.
Okay, big fan.
Yep,
Oh,
let's
Big
go.
K,
Hey, we're doing
What a banger,
local-
dude.
Yeah, let's go. Tonight I did that right before the show started. Yep. I sat there and I'm like, what's a good show? And I was like, Big K's been waiting to come on. I was like, we need a second guest. I'm like, Dirty Jersey's definitely been waiting to come on. I'm like, you're on. They're like, good.
Hey,
I'm like, all right, cool.
With
Show.
the
Let's go.
with the googly eyes.
Yeah. Yep. So,
Hey,
Googly
gentlemen,
eyes
you guys
indeed.
have a great weekend.
yeah, you guys.
Oh, wait.
Yep.
Fuck douche feather guy. Okay, go.
Yep. Hey,
Oh,
hey, Willow opened the can of worms.
He
Willow
did.
opened it tonight.
He did.
Fuck that guy. We're better off without him. I hope he's out pitching a tent by himself like he always is because he gets no pussy. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye. I said